protecting your family is your priority, there's nothing more important than a roof above the people you love. Call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs, led by their highly crafted, skilled, and professional roof mechanics. All of their previous customers have an opportunity to enter their bi-weekly drawings to receive free an exterior impact metal door. Please call for more details. That's Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411. Trust Tommy to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family. Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane, Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
Why is it that you get locked out in the worst moments of your life?
Where are my car keys?
Man, I can't find my house keys.
In those frustrating moments, you need a locksmith you can count on. A. Lenny Locksmiths in South Florida, from Miami to Port St. Lucie. In Central Florida, A. Lenny locks it down in Orlando and Tampa Bay. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business. Car key replacements and programming all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625. Go to the website at alennylocksmith.com.
Doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
This is the Big O Show!
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
It's the Big O Show! Judge, you tuned in to the hottest sports radio.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
Lando, a.k.a. the Big O. He covers all the South Florida teams.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Offense to the heat, well, you know what I mean. Monday to Friday, lollipop blow in the...
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchased with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Show O's on the radio, the top's where we gonna go, Miami, that's the way we roll.
Folks, you can support the hardest working sports talk show in South Florida through Cash App or Venmo. Just search Cash Big O Show. Support us through Cash App or Venmo. Cash Big O Show. We thank you for your incredible support.
On the morning show, Big O, no one has a similar show. Talk sports, talk plays, talk...
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Our NFL draft coverage on the Big O Radio Show is brought to you by Caneswear. Go to caneswear.com where all orders over $90 get free shipping. Sloman's Total Home Security. Protect your home with the best in the business. 1-800-ALARM-ME for the company serving America for nearly 100 years. 1-800-ALARM-ME. Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com. Licensed roofing contractor. 100% financing is available. Go to Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com.
The Miami Dolphins select Xavier Howard, defensive back from Baylor.
The Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama.
The Miami Dolphins select Jalen Waddle, wide receiver.
Live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill, it's the Sloman's Home Security NFL Draft Show with the Big O. Draft fans, call Sloman's at 1-800-ALARM-ME to protect your home with a company that's been serving Americans for nearly 100 years. When you want to protect your home, family, or business, you call Sloman's at 1-800-ALARM-ME. When you want the best Miami Dolphins insight and insiders on the planet, you tune in to the Big O. Here's Orlando Alzugari and the Sloman's Home Security NFL Draft Show.
All righty, we're on on the air, baby. Sean, that was one hell of an open there. We are at Tommy Rockers. Welcome aboard. And this is our inaugural, pretty much, 2022 NFL Draft Show. We haven't done this on our platform yet. This is the first time we do it on our platform, and we get to do it here at Tommy Rockers in Las Vegas. Who knows? This might be the tradition. Maybe we do it every year here in Las Vegas. And Sean Stanley is by my side as we get ready for the number one pick in the overall draft. I hear the owner wants Hutchinson, by the way. That's kind of been the word. I personally would go with the Icky Okwanu or whatever, the kid from North Carolina State. That's what I would do, but we'll see what happens now. They'll put him on the clock. Sean, you're in shades.
I am. When you're a star of the sun.
That's it.
Look at
That's
these
it.
lights.
That's
It's
it. Sean Stanley's future's so bright he's got to wear shades. That's what it's all about. We got
no sleep.
And we got that's kind of the norm for the next couple of days. People were telling me, "So can I get you a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got to wait till Saturday to start having a drink or two." It's one of those where when you're on for so many hours, you got to kind of pace yourself with all of this. Tommy Rocker is in the house with us. He's got his guitar ready to go. He's going to be jamming. There we go. So there you go. So we're going to have a little rock and roll for you. So we got Tommy with a little guitar action here. We got Sean, of course, mastering it. We told you we got loaded program. Greg Allman is going to join us at 9 o'clock. So we'll start with our guest at 9 o'clock. At 10, Lisa Johnson from our Turf Football will stop by. She covers the Dolphins on a daily basis. Joe Shad will stop by at 10:30. And at 11:30, Mike DeRocco, who covers the Jags on a daily basis for ESPN, will join us also. So we've got several guests over the next few hours. We'll have plenty of selections, obviously, that we'll talk about. We've got a nice crowd out here. And by the way, I want to thank the great Dolphin fans that have come out to join us out here. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure we're gonna have more over the next couple of days as they get tired standing out there, which it's cool to see the experience, the NFL experience, and see the draft, but I could only hang out there for a few minutes. After that, dude, I'm gonna search for a bar and order some food, have some drinks, relax, like the Dolphin fans that we have in the house right now, are doing. And by the way, Greg Sash, thank you already, chiming in with a super chat. And the Dolphin Network also chiming in with a super chat. Thank you very much out there. Don't forget to also smash the like button too while you're watching the show. And we always appreciate that, as I'm sure the Jags are now on the clock and we await what their pick is going to be. And we'll see if they do end up taking Hutchinson. I like Hutchinson, by the way. I think he's a solid player. I think he's a good player, but I don't see star. And that's my problem there. If I'm going to take a guy number one, I want a guy that I think is going to be a star is my problem.
Is there that guy in this draft, though?
No.
That you can look at and say, okay, that guy is a star?
Well, Icky, whatever, Okawunu, or whatever the last name is for the kid, I like him. Like, I think he can be a stud tackle. And after everything that happened with Andrew Luck, you got the rest of the league has to learn their lesson. If you draft a quarterback, protect the man. I don't care who he is, dude. Andrew Luck is built like a tree trunk, and he had to retire from football because he was tired of getting injured and rehabbing and pain and all that. He said, "I'm tired of pain, injury, pain, rehab, injury, pain, rehab." That's what his career became, and he was tired of it. And why? Because you didn't get a line. Well, you drafted Trevor Lawrence, dude. The guy's going to be a stud, but he'll never get to be a stud if you're going to, if he's going to get buried back there.
If you're always scraping him off the ground.
Yeah, man. So for me, if you draft these young quarterbacks, protect them, man. So that way they can develop into a franchise player for you. That's what I like what the Dolphins have done. They went and got running backs. They went and got a fullback. They went and got a tackle. They went and got a guard. and they're still not done. Okay, they may end up with a center. You never know in this draft. They may sign J.C. Treader after he lowers his demands. I don't know. But the Dolphins, at least this group came in and said, well, wait a minute, dude. That quarterback has no shot at succeeding if we don't take care of what's up front. So, he's just coming out to say they're on the clock.
Yeah, he's coming out to say they're on the clock now, right?
Yeah, that's all they're going to do.
There's the Boo Birds.
That's all it is. It's just the Jags are on the clock is what we're going to get. I'm sure is what they're going to say. So we'll wait the 15 minutes or 10, right? It's 10 now?
No, I think it's 15 still.
It is 15?
Yeah. I think it's 15 first round, 10 minutes second round, and then they drop it down after that.
7 and 5 or something like that.
And at the end of the day, it's just pick somebody. You got 2 minutes.
And by the way, the city has done a phenomenal job of rolling out the red carpet. I think fans are really happy with what they're seeing. Vegas is Vegas. I mean, there's only one place like Vegas. And by the way, how's it so far? I know we've been working a lot, but we got to cruise the strip.
Yeah, we got down to Fremont Street yesterday.
Yeah,
we went down there yesterday.
We walked the whole thing.
We did walk the whole thing, which that's something. That's a little much exercise for me.
Yeah, no, it was fun because I don't know if you can go to our Twitter page. Did you end up putting any of your videos up?
Yeah, the live one that you didn't know about.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I thought he's filming something for our show. So I'm being a smartass, right? An adult smartass.
Yes.
Yep. And his 14-year-old, he was doing it for his personal stuff. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm embarrassed. It was. Huh?
You're the big O.
I know. But you're not supposed to be talking about those things when a 14-year-old is
I said
on there.
I'm going live. And I folled us into.
But you talk really low, right?
Circa, right?
You talk really low.
Hey, listen, I can't help it.
Okay, all right.
Open your ears.
I know, but I thought it was for our show. So it's funny because I'm filming Fremont Street, and so is Sean. And here's the difference between me and Sean. By the way,
today's a good day.
Oh, iced tea. That's right.
That's Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. It's a good day. And he's not going to use an AK, right? Obviously not. So we're walking Fremont, and I can tell that Sean is a little nervous about the video that he records. So every time we run into a scantily clad woman on Fremont Street.
Again, I was live.
He was
with
avoiding
my 14-year-old watching.
He was avoiding it. No, that was the second go round.
No, my live one was
the first time around was not that.
And the other one, I was just snapping pictures. I wasn't.
Right. So he would avoid them. But if you watch my feed, we got all of them.
Yeah, you got all the scantily clad.
We got all the scantily. Yeah, because I'm a facilitator of fun.
Yes, you are.
That's the idea. If there's scantily clad women, well, I know that the fellas out there want to see it, so I got to film it.
They thank you. Oh, it's Ice Cube.
You know what I'm saying?
Did Ice Cube put him on the clock?
I don't know. No, but it's the Raiders. Why would he put them on the clock? No, I think who knows what they're saying.
This is just a welcome.
We need to pipe.
The welcome.
Let's pipe it. Can we pipe in the TV, Tommy? Let's see so we can pipe in the picks. Do you have it there? Can you pipe it in there?
If we take off the mic for the outside.
For the outside. Oh, okay.
For the crowd.
Well, I think we gotta be able to rig it somehow, right? So we can at least have the picks.
We need a bigger monitor. You've added 3 things already since we've been here since 4:30.
Only 3?
Only 3 so far. So you're doing good here.
Scott Paulus says, too much energy to be negative all the time. Let's wait to see some games played. Stay positive. Who's being negative? Why would anybody want to be negative at this point in time if you're a Dolphins fan? You got to be feeling great. No, it's 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
It is 10 minutes. Thank God. Yeah. Thanks for helping me. You want me to suffer here.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. So as we know, they're now on the clock. So we are now waiting their pick, and here's this draft is so weird because there is no outright superstar or superstars at the top of the draft where you're fighting for 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. There's a lot of guys, and when you talk to NFL teams, they'll tell you, well, the guy get at 18 is not much of a difference from the guy at 5. And so that's the interesting part about this draft and the direction that it's going. And that's why you haven't seen a lot of movement. and the teams at the top are dying to trade down. This is why, again, let's spin it because that's what we do on this show. It's about the Dolphins. And this is a reason why it's actually a really good year to do what the Dolphins did, because you're not going to get Tyreek Hill in the first round, especially at 29, but you did now. See what I'm saying? So adding Connor Williams, adding all the things that you've added around, and yeah, you've lost some picks overall because you've traded some, but if you look at where you're at a point where you already laid a foundation for the Dolphins. There's no more time to keep loading up with young guys and waiting for them to develop. So this was the smart move now. Add the free agents, put them over the top, and hopefully you have the right coaching. And that's really the key. If McDaniel is the right coach, then this will end up proving it in the end. And this was the right move in order to complete what the Dolphins need to do in order to get back to being a playoff caliber team on a year in and year out basis. So that's the beauty of what they've done. And I think the timing is essential. And then again, the foresight is amazing because look, while I'm a Tua believer, and I truly believe Tua will succeed as long as he's supported, but at the same time, you have to go out there and actually go out and have that success so you can move on. But let's just say something happens and you have a setback. Well, now you have 2 1s, 2 3s, and a 2. So you have the ammunition to either make up for that or load the team up. So if you have a really good year, which is what I think is going to happen, I think Tua is going to have a good year. I think they'll be in the playoffs. And I think those top 5 picks next year are going to be players that they're going to add to a team that's already a playoff team. That's what I believe is going to happen. But on the flip side, if what I think doesn't happen and he doesn't take off and the offense doesn't take off, then the picks will be used for something else. But either way, the planning by Chris Greer and company has been absolutely exceptional. So it really gives us a lot of hope as Dolphin fans that we are headed in the right direction, hopefully, when it's all said and done.
Yep.
So we'll see.
And
yes,
that
sir.
San Fran pick is looking real good right now.
Yes.
Looking better by the day, actually.
I hope that Jimmy G gets traded this weekend. Okay? I really hope that Jimmy G gets traded this weekend, because if he gets traded this weekend, then that means you throw Trey Lance into the mix. And then I just don't see them having the kind of success that they could possibly have with Jimmy G. It's one of those where you're talking about a guy that didn't play at the highest level in college, and he's been now sitting for 2 years, and you're now going to thrust him into the starting lineup, and you expect him to carry a playoff caliber type team. This is where San Francisco is kind of playing with a lot of fire. Okay? And they have an opportunity and they have a window. And I'll give you a great example. The New York Jets are a perfect example. About, 12 years ago, whatever the hell it was. Remember when Matt Leinart came out? Or no, it wasn't. It was Sanchez, right? And the Jets had a really good team. They had a running game. They had a line. They had a defensive line. And all they needed was the quarterback to put them over the top. And they couldn't get the quarterback, and Mark Sanchez wasn't good enough. Window closed. You got to 2 straight AFC championship games, and you never were able to capitalize. And that's what's going on now with them. The window will close on San Francisco. Remember the run that they had with Kaepernick and Harbaugh? That run ended. And then those players went in all different directions, and it was over. That San Fran team was special. That was a beast of a team. That team was freaking loaded. And they failed to take advantage. And that's what goes on in the NFL. You'll build a team, and more often than not, you'll have a window of opportunity, and you must take advantage of it. Because eventually, everybody wants to get paid. And you can't pay everybody. And eventually, if you don't win and don't get over the hump, you lose those players. So you lose your window, like the Niners did several years ago with Kaepernick. You lose your window with Mark Sanchez. That's what happens now. And if you don't, Seattle had a window. They only got one championship out of it. Now they cringe, right? They should have had 2. Kansas City, they got their championship a couple of years ago, and now they're losing players. And you wonder, did the window close on Kansas City? Right? Because they haven't been able to win another championship since, and they're not as good as they were when they won a championship. The window closes. What New England did for 20 years with Brady is crazy. The pick is in, by the way, for the Jags.
Yeah, just waiting for him to go to the stage now.
Yes.
So you're still going with
listen, it's the Jags, so they'll screw up because that's what they do, and they've been doing this since the beginning of time. But I'm telling you, at least for me personally, if I have Trevor Lawrence, I would take Ikwanu or whatever for the NC State kid. Now, I hear that the owner wants the Hutchinson kid. He loves the Hutchinson kid. And I like him. He's an effort guy, but I just don't see star. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's a star from here on out. I don't know. But I see a good player, not a great player.
You're comparing him to Jared Allen.
He's not Jared Allen, bro.
I'm just saying that's who they kind of put him up with.
He's not Jared Allen.
All right.
Let's do it. Yep.
Oh.
Trayvon Walker, linebacker, defensive end, whatever the hell you want to call him, out of Georgia. A good player. No doubt a good player, but I'm telling you, if I have Trevor, I knew they weren't going to pick Icky.
They weren't going to give him the help.
Yeah, no. But that's fine. If that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do that. Maybe you think, because he's a big strapper, he can take the hits. That's ridiculous. So Detroit is now on the clock. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. Give us a couple minutes. We'll charge up the battery. Don't forget, at 9 o'clock, Greg Allman is going to join us. He covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lots of storylines there with, of course, Tom Brady and company. Give us a couple minutes. Coming to you live from Tommy Rockers. It is the coverage of the NFL Draft 2022. Right here on the Big O Radio Show, your Sloman's NFL Draft Show.
Why is it that you get locked out in the worst moments of your life?
Where are my car keys? Man, I can't find my house keys.
In those frustrating moments, you need a locksmith you can count on. A. Lenny Locksmiths in South Florida, from Miami to Port St. Lucie. In Central Florida, A. Lenny locks it down in Orlando and Tampa Bay. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business. Car key replacements and programming all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625. Go to the website at alennylocksmith.com.
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Welcome to the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill. At Sloman's, we never charge for installation. There's no minimum requirements, no activation fee, no games. See how easy and affordable it is to secure your home at 1-800-ALARM-ME. Here's Big O.
Pick is in for the Detroit Lions. Aiden Hutchinson is the pick out of Michigan. All right, you're in Detroit, Michigan, and you pick the Michigan player, right? That's kind of the way it goes, right?
Giving the hometown crowd what he wants, right?
Yeah,
that's a Dan Campbell guy.
Yeah,
he's a knee biter.
You know, I'm glad you said that because that's what I was going to talk about. That Aiden Hutchinson is the kind of guy that Dan Campbell loves. You know, he's just an all motor, never stops type of guy, and blue collar, perfect for the city of Detroit. This is a perfect pick for them. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with this. Again, when I look at the top of this draft and I start looking at all the names and whether it's Walker, I mean, Sauce Gardner is one of those guys that's. When I start looking at some of the guys that have the opportunity to be like elite at their spot, okay, Icky's one of those guys that might be an elite tackle down the line. Sauce Gardner is a guy that could be an elite, corner in this league. Those are some of the guys that I look at and I see their talent and I say, okay, this could be an elite guy. You know what I mean? And so now, if this is a first round that's not loaded with a ton of stars, then you have to go for the guys that you think might end up or have a chance to be stars. And I would tell you Sauce Gardner is one of those guys that has a chance to be a star, that has a chance to be elite. Icky's one of those guys that, to me, you know, Malik Willis, the quarterback, while one of the things that I like about that kid is he's got some touch on his passes. And to me, that's something that's not really taught. You either have it or you don't. And he's raw still, man. He's super raw. But that's another guy that his talent is the ceiling is so high that maybe you can, polish that diamond up, polish that coal up to make it a diamond. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of the thing. So when I look at Icky and I look at Sauce and I look at Malik, I look at some of these guys, I like them, man. And listen, let me tell you, Kenny Pickett. I know people talk about his hands, and I saw David Craig for Seattle for many years, and he fumbled the ball a lot because he had trouble hanging on to the ball. And I know Culpepper also had small hands. But Pickett, man, he can throw the ball. He's a player. Now, I get it that he's a project in to a certain extent, but if you talk about a guy that's kind of as close to ready, so to me, that's kind of the way I look at this draft. If I'm at the top of this draft, okay, if they're all kind of even, then let me go with the guy that has a special skill set that can definitely put me over the top. So the pick is in for the Texans.
Yeah.
We got a Texans fan in the house. And Sauce could be the guy, right?
Yeah. There's a couple different guys going here.
Oh, of course. But I kind of like Sauce here for this pick. He's a special player, man. Again, that's kind of what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And if they, maybe the Texans want to trade Tunsil for a second rounder to the Dolphins, just give him away. Then you guys can take Icky to replace him. That's all. Just give him away for a second rounder, and we'll put him at right tackle. That's all. I'm joking out there, folks. Okay, relax. Because no, they'll
He's
be
getting real nervous over here.
There'll be Dolphins that'll lose their minds. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Come on. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. The Texans pick is in. So
Picks
we'll
are
see.
going by pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know if we
probably
shouldn't
have said that.
Yeah, we should have said that, but we'll see. So Texans now are going to make their selection. We'll see what goes on. What do we got on the chat board there? I see Tremolio is in the house. Tommy Mayer in the house. Thomas Jensen. Joe, man of 1,005 holds. Thank you all out there, man. And
Lenny Locksmith was in there.
Lenny Locksmith is in there. He told me he'd be watching.
Yep.
He told me he was going to. I didn't. I haven't seen it because there's so many people there.
It's going.
Folks, don't forget to also smash the like button. And thanks to those of you already making donations to the program. You guys are just absolutely too kind, and we don't deserve you, man. We don't. Sean deserves you. I don't, but Sean.
No, man. You deserve it more than me.
Definitely Sean, not me.
It's
Sean.
all Big O.
It's all Sean. It's all Sean. It's all Sean.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we got the selection. Here we go.
I'm just gonna watch him and see his reaction because that'll tell me everything.
Little sauce.
Oh, he took Stingley.
Good player, man. Good player. Good player.
See, he stumbled. I don't think he heard the pick at first. He was upset, and then he heard it, and he was like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Derek Stingley is a good player, man.
Yeah.
Derek Stingley's a good player, and so you look at this, right? And here's where you say, okay, Sauce is playing in Cincinnati, and Stingley plays at LSU. So yeah, you look at the level of competition, and I think that's what made that decision go.
Yeah, no, 100%. And by the way, the stinking Jets are on the clock.
Yes. So now we see what happens with the Jets now, and we'll see what direction that they go in. Derek Stingley is the man that goes now. The DB of LSU goes to the Texans, and now the Jets. Now remember, folks. Now this pick could be going to San Francisco. Okay, I mean, no, not San Francisco. No, that's Debo for Debo, San Francisco.
Debo
Yes,
trade,
So this pick could be going to San Francisco for the Debo trade.
Yes, if that's the way they want to go.
And I got to tell you something. I'm actually hoping that that's what happens. I want San Francisco to suck as much as possible this year.
But do the Jets believe?
So if you want to trade your best player on offense, and then you want to trade the quarterback eventually, I'm good with that, dude. If that's what's going to happen, I'm fine with that.
The Jets don't believe that much in the quarterback. It's Wilson now, right? Right? Zach Wilson's their quarterback?
Yes, Zach. Well, he's only been there 1 year, so you can't give up on the kid. Yeah. Plus, again, look, I'm going to be fair here. When your young quarterback doesn't have what he needs around him, this is why I always tell you guys this. Don't I say this on the show all the time? Just give Tua what Tannehill has in Tennessee. Just give Tua what Jameis Winston has in New Orleans. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. And then I can find out, and we can finish this stupid-ass argument, and we'll find out whether he can play or not. You know what I'm saying? But I can't, as much as I hate the Jets, but I can't say that Zach Wilson has everything to succeed. You know what I mean? So even though I wasn't a believer of the kid coming out of the draft, I can't say the kid's a bust after 1 year when he plays for the stinking Jets, dude. And that's the problem. And so we have to be fair and consistent. Once we see a quarterback surrounded with what they need and they can't get it done, i.e. Baker Mayfield, i.e. Jared Goff, i.e. Tannehill, once you've been given a line and a running game and a coaching staff and a defense, and you have a good team that you can get to the playoffs and you can't do anything with it, then get the hell out of here. But if you haven't had that, then I can't really judge you yet. You know what I mean? And that's where, if the Jets want to trade for Deebo Samuel and give up a ton of picks, go ahead, man. Go ahead, do it. 3 minutes left on the clock. I'll tell you this, if it gets down into the seconds, there might be some hope. That means there's a trade brewing, right?
Yeah, probably. Because they're going to wait till the last minute to send in the trade.
Yeah. They're definitely going to do that.
And then also now, if they do go, say they go tackle or lineman here.
Right.
Now they're starting to build that for Zach Wilson, which is kind of what you're saying, as well as, because again, they have the Where they got the 4th and the 10th or something. I think they had two picks in the top 10.
Yes.
I believe. So, again, if this isn't the trade, then also they got another pick later. So maybe they try to grab a tackle here. Oh, the pick is in.
Yeah, 10 is the other one.
Yeah, so maybe they trade 10 and they do a pick here. And I guess we'll see with Wilson.
By the way, you still could have a trade.
Yep. No,
because they could be making this pick for Seattle and they're still working it out. So it could still be
San Fran.
I mean, for San Fran, sorry, for San Fran, and they could still be working it out.
Like,
but
they're going to get DK Metcalf, maybe.
Although considering that you're already making the pick, by the way, they should be going offensive linemen, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they go offensive lineman here, then exactly what you're saying, they're going to start. They're building up for Zach Wilson. It's not. And again, I'm not saying that the Jets have lost faith in him, but usually they lose pretty quickly. They lose faith in their quarterbacks.
Yeah, and they've had some injuries on the line.
Yes.
I know Mekhi Becton is a special player, bro. Yeah. That guy's a mammoth human being, dude.
If he comes back healthy and then you add Ekwonu.
Right.
Again, I don't know which side is Ekwonu on? Which side is he? Can he play both?
Left.
Or is he a left?
He's a left tackle.
And Becton is?
He's a left tackle.
Okay.
No, but you move him to the right.
Yeah, I mean, one of them could go right.
Yeah.
But again, this is where if the Jets already
have
up,
they have another tackle. It's pretty good. The only thing is, I know that they have injuries. Yeah. So, yeah. Jose Cervantes says those stinking Jets. Tommy Mayer, thank you for the love on the super chat. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What the hell?
Super chat.
That took guts. We need guts.
I told you I can totally super chat.
So you think you got what it takes? You have no skills.
This is permanent.
Good job.
I'm promoting you.
You got a lot of problems, don't you? Take pride in that.
Super chat. Well, they're showing the Jets depressing war room here.
They look happy with whatever they did.
Well,
they think they did.
No, they try to convince themselves that they actually are going to do something.
Oh, okay.
There we go. That's the chant I love to hear. Pick it up. That's the kind of draft show you want right there, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I love it. All right, so the pick is in. We are waiting to see what the Jets do. I mean, you would figure O-line, maybe corner. It's one of – oh, that's right, dude, Miami.
Yeah,
We got Tyreek Hill.
You got Jalen Waddle.
So, yeah. This is either a corner or a tackle. I mean, who knows? It's the Jets.
They're going to take a punter.
Punter would be good right here. Take Matt Araiza. I like that.
Get him off the board.
I like that. I would congratulate the Jets for taking Matt Araiza. That'll be awesome.
It'll be taking Roger Goodell so long.
Well, he's sitting in his couch. He's got to get up and he's got to dust off everything. Here we go. Yeah,
there he goes. Cornerback.
Yeah, makes sense. Sauce Gardner, they end up getting. They've got 3 receivers, man. Yeah. You got to deal with 2 guys on the outside, and now you added a heck of a slot guy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You either get an offensive lineman or you get Sauce Gardner, and that's exactly what they did. So they would have gotten. They probably would have gotten Stingley if they didn't get Gardner.
Yeah, they were going to go corner either way.
Yeah,
it looks like. From the looks of it, because again, they didn't stay on the clock a whole lot. They were just waiting to see what the last offer might have been for a trade at that point. Yep. They didn't like what they got at that point, so then they went with Sauce Gardner.
Cal Grow, thank you for the love on the super chat. He's asking, will Miami trade the 102nd pick? It's too early. Tomorrow, we'll have a better feel for it because as we get towards the end of the second round and we start the third, Cal, and tomorrow we'll be on the air doing all of this, at that point, then we'll start to get a feel for the players that are left over and what's the forecast. And then if they don't have the player that they want at that moment, then, yeah, I could see them trading down. But let me tell you something. I could also see them using the 2 7th-rounders to move up a little bit in the third round. I can see them using the 4th rounder to move up a lot into the third round. It's Chris Greer. You can't predict what that dude is going to do. He makes all kinds of moves. So they easily could trade it. And they also could get a center, could get a running back, could get a middle linebacker, could get a defensive tackle. There's a lot of things they can do there. Jericho, thank you, sir. Appreciate the love. In the house and sending in the super chats. You're amazing. Tell Tommy to turn up your volume. We can't hear you on the table. Oh, okay. Is that better? Is that better now? Is it a little louder? Is that better? I don't know which table it is. You gotta put up the power's gotta go up a little bit more. So
it sounds super loud up here.
Yes. Yeah, it sounds loud up here. So yeah, we gotta put it up there. The Jet fans are going crazy. And really it's because they're not sane. It has really nothing to do with the selection. Are we good now? Is it a little better? All right. Thank you all out there for coming, man, and supporting us out here. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all of you out there watching on YouTube. Always appreciate you all out there and the support you give us every single day here on the show. We are waiting the New York Giants pick. They've got 3 minutes left. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. Give me some time. Let me rest a little bit. We'll be ready. We'll be ready for the Giants pick right here on the Sloman Shield NFL Draft Show on the Big O Radio Show.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com. For over 25 years, South Floridians have counted on Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises for their roofing needs. In South Florida, we battle the sweltering heat, rain, winds, and all kinds of tropical storms. That's why when it comes to protecting your family, home, or business, call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com. 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs. All work fully guaranteed with the customer's complete satisfaction. A-plus rated member of the Better Business Bureau. Licensed and insured. There's no buts about it. When your roof needs repair or replacement, go to TommyBButtsJrEnterprises.com. A certified widening contractor. Our NFL draft coverage on the Big O Radio Show is brought to you by Craig's Inn Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealership in the Southeast United States. Edge Energy Drink. Go to myedgedrink.com and try the energy drink that's delicious, smooth, and zero aftertaste. Use the code Big O to get 10% off. Sports Grill. Good food, good drinks, good friends. We break the huddle as the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill continues. Access and manage your devices from anywhere with the Sloman's app. Protect your family by calling 1-800-ALARM-ME. Here's Big O.
All righty, the pick is in. The New York Giants end up taking Kayvon Thibodeau. Panthers are now on the clock. The word now is, will they go Kenny Pickett? And remember, Matt Rule has got to save his butt. So he's got to either trade for a quarterback, which, by the way, the talk about trading for Baker Mayfield, you if you're trying to save your job, I don't think you want a guy that's that emotional trying to save your job. You know what I'm saying? So I would be careful with Baker Mayfield, but they're going to have to make some kind of a move. So we're going to see what Carolina's going to do because they are desperate for a quarterback. Giants, by the way, went with Kayvon Thibodeau, the defensive end out of Oregon. And this is a kid that's got a lot of talent. But again, the challenge is, or the word out there is, the motor. Does the motor go all the time? So we're going to find out. And he's playing in New York, in the media capital. And if he doesn't perform at a high level, we have seen what happens to players who don't perform at a high level in that city. So that's going to be one hell of a storyline to follow with Kayvon Thibodeau because a lot of people love the ability, but they don't love the motor. So that's going to be, see, with Hutchinson, you don't have that concern. While he may not be gifted with elite talent, you're not going to see a guy that ever is going to give up. And coaches love stuff like that because you can't really coach up, the effort. When people play, it's like defense. Players that play defense, that they're using a lot more heart and character to play defense because there's less spotlight in the defense than there is on offense. It's a lot sexier scoring a touchdown and all of that, but on defense, because you held up two blockers and allowed a linebacker to flow through and make the big play, the D tackle gets no love from that. Nobody ever notices that. You know what I mean? Those are just things like, and it happens all the time on defense. Sure, you get an interception, you get a sack, you get the glory, but there's so many other plays on defense that just go by the wayside. Defenders, it takes them a lot more. It's natural. It's one of those things that you can't teach. You either have it or you don't, to have that motor to play on the other side of the ball. And that goes for almost any sport, pretty much. So we are awaiting now the pick, and we'll see what the Carolina Panthers do. They've got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. The question is, are they going to take Kenny Pickett here, or do they go in another direction and take a lineman or something along those lines? Or maybe how about Malik Willis here? Malik Willis is he is more gifted than Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett right now is more polished. He is ready faster to make an impact. But if Carolina takes Malik Willis, then I can almost tell you that Matt Rule is going to get fired. Because unless you can trade for a veteran that can keep it afloat for you and win, I don't know how you keep him around to wait for the development of Malik Willis. So that's kind of the catch-22. Matt Rule could be fighting the owner in the front office thinking about future, and he's like, yo, dude, I don't have a future. I'm in year 3 already. I got to start winning here. So Malik Willis might be a couple of years away from actually making an impact, yet Pickett is one of those guys that can hopefully make an impact a lot faster for you. So that's kind of the dilemma that they're stuck in right now. We'll see what happens with Matt Rule and the Carolina Panthers and what direction they go in. What do we got here? Hard Rock Sportsbook reports this is the 10th time in franchise history the Dolphins don't have a first-round pick. In those 9 seasons after the draft, Miami has gone 90, 47-1 and made the playoffs 6 of those 9 years. How about that? So it'll be 7 out of 10 after this year because they're making the playoffs this year. Dolphins are making the playoffs this year. Baker might actually have to live in Brown Stadium. Maybe, Greg. He might really have to clean up the place. There's no doubt. Okay. The bots are back. I saw you got. Yeah. No, I saw you got the bots.
I got him the first time. I didn't know if I missed him again.
No, I saw.
They waited until we went to commercial break, so then I switched out and then.
Yeah, I saw the bat and the ghost right away, and the veterans on the chat board know about the bat and the ghost.
Yeah, so they're doing that for Matt Rule right now as well.
Yeah.
Greater good is.
The pick is in for Carolina, so we're going to find out. We are going to have at the top of the hour, Greg Allman is going to join us from The Athletic. He covers the Bucks, Brady, and the boys. Lots of storylines coming out of there with everything that went on with their coach and Brady coming back, and is Gronk going to come back and all that kind of stuff. So we will talk to Greg at the top of the hour and get his thoughts on what's going on with the Tampa Bay Bucks, which, by the way, I think they pick late. They do have a pick, right? 27. Yeah, they have a pick. So they do have a selection there in this first round. And I know, listen, Dolphin Nation, I understand that it's kind of tough to watch a draft where there isn't it, but we got our guy already. Okay, you got to look at it that way. You got to look at Tyreek Hill, all right, is your first round pick. It's one hell of a first round pick.
Got some cheetah.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And,
so as long as we got the cheetah, we're good. And we got Connor, and we got a whole bunch of guys, and that's what I like what they've done. They've kind of given us a whole bunch of presents under the tree already. And whatever first round pick we would have selected, we as a fan base would have to sit and wait to see if he develops anyway. And we still don't know because you never know about any draft pick. But Tyreek Hill, I mean, come on. Cedric is already proven. The two offensive linemen are already proven. The fullback is already proven. I am so happy the Dolphins have a fullback again. That you have no idea. I mean, I'm an older fan, so I kind of grew up, with the fullback being a part of the whole thing, starting with Zonka back in the day.
All right, Panthers pick is in.
Tony Page, so many others. Here we go. The pick is in for the Panthers.
Oh, I'm a tackle.
Okay. All right. I like Icky. I'm an Icky fan. So he's one of my favorite players at the top of the draft. That's an interesting suit. Is he Irish?
It's the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, well, definitely. That's why he's got the green going.
Or the money he's about to get.
Well, okay, yeah, because I was going NC State is not green. So it has to. It must be the money, right? And that's okay.
Makes it work at least.
Well, you know how it is. Rock stars, just stars. They get away with stuff that we can't get away with. they can wear stuff that, it's just, there's no way we would be caught dead in that. Now he can get away with it. It's just the way it is. Stars are like that. They can get away with stuff.
Does White make you look slim?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, it's one of the few people there in the world that would, actually.
Not NFL news, but.
Vote is over. And by the way, 4-1 in favor of Inter Miami Freedom Park. There you go. The vote is in. Michelle Kaufman is reporting. Interesting. So they got I figured they got the vote because the commissioner that just replaced one of those commissioners, I believe it's a lady. She was pro soccer. So they knew they ended up getting the fourth vote because they had 3 locked in and they had 1 that they weren't going to get. So it was really important on the one commissioner that stepped down that when they replaced him, they got a soccer person and they did get somebody that was pro soccer. I kind of knew this already from last year that they had the 4 out of 5 pretty much locked up. So I'm not surprised there. By the way, what's the latest with the Panthers game? Do you know?
Hold on.
Give us a score. Remember, we got a very important night going on. The Panthers need to win, and if the Avalanche lose tonight, then the Panthers will lock in the President's Cup and the number 1 spot in the overall playoffs. They have them in the Eastern Conference.
They'll be starting the third period 1-0 still.
Oh, yeah. They were 1-0 early in the first period. Yeah. So it has stayed 1-0. And
Sam Reinhart with the goal, too.
And the Avalanche game starts in 8 minutes, if I'm correct. I think it starts at 9 o'clock. We've got 3 minutes left here on the pick. New York Giants at number 7. And we'll see what they end up getting. The Giants could go here linebacker. Jermaine Johnson, kid out of Florida State. That might be something that they're not going to go quarterback here, right? So I would imagine that maybe linebacker is a position that might be one that they need because they've got to improve that defense. Now, if they didn't pick up the option on Daniel Jones.
Yeah, today. Yep, they didn't.
So after saying all this stuff that we haven't helped the kid out, you're not picking up the option. And if he goes out and balls out, then you're going to have to tag him overall. So I kind of get it. Listen, I wasn't a Daniel Jones believer, but it's kind of strange that you went out there and defended him and say, well, we haven't helped him at all. And then all of a sudden now you're not going to protect yourself by picking up that 5th year. And I guess you're going to roll the dice and you figure they must, there's a part of them that must feel that he's not going to be the guy, no matter what they tell us. Because you don't take that chance if you feel he's the guy. You lock him into that 5th year to make sure you don't get screwed by having to tag him, and then that's a hard cap number all of a sudden. So that becomes a problem for you. That's not as negotiable.
And
so,
by the way, the Marlins beat the Nationals 3-2.
Wow, they won again, dude.
And the 76ers lead the Raptors 97-75.
Ooh, they won this game. How much is left?
30 seconds in the third.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And then also in the third, the Pelicans lead the Suns 58-50. So
now, not the other night when I took them plus the number. Damn it, dude.
Now, I mean, I was double checking to make sure I'm looking at the right score. You got me.
By the way, my liquor split matchup of the night not going well there because I took the Raptors plus 1.5 in that one because the Sixers were still favored in that one. They're not going to come back by that deficit in the fourth quarter.
I don't think so.
They're not going to come back. So it'll be Miami and the Sixers. It looks like, what is it, next week? I think it is. So we'll get it next week.
I think it's Monday.
Yeah.
Or no, it might start a bit earlier.
It's later than that, right?
At the end of today, I think it starts. Yeah, I think it's Monday or Tuesday.
Okay. Oh, if the Finns were the movie Die Hard, we just threw Hans off the building, and Argy just showed up with some crystal. I love it. Or Argyle, that is.
Oh, the tackle from Alabama, Evan Neal.
Evan Neal. Okay. Yeah, you either get a linebacker or you get an offensive lineman to protect the damn quarterback. So Evan Neal, Alabama offensive lineman, not a bad pick. Again, that's not a bad pick. I thought that the tackles at the top of this draft were actually pretty good tackles overall. I know that they're not looking at them like a lot of people say, well, there's not a lot of star quality, I think Icky and Eben can be exceptional players in the NFL for a long time to come, man. I really like these guys. I mean, those are the kind of guys that I wouldn't mind if they even ended up in a Dolphin uniform. Not that they need it or anything like that, but I'm saying that those are the kind of offensive linemen that I wouldn't mind in a Dolphin uniform.
And by the way, the Falcons are now on the clock.
Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's get ready. Let's take a quick break. We'll get ready for hour number 2 of our coverage. Greg Allman from The Athletic. He covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a daily basis. A lot of storylines there in Tampa. We'll talk to Greg to start hour number 2, live from Tommy Rockers here in Las Vegas, where we got the Dolphin Nation, baby! We are rocking in Vegas. Back with more right here on the Sloman's NFL Draft Show.
This is the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill. Check out Sloman's low-cost monitoring rates and how it could save you thousands on a security system. 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks, eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Our NFL draft coverage on the Big O Radio Show is brought to you by EJDconstruction.com, where you can trust their team of construction experts. Liquorsplit.com, Download the app on iOS or Android and enjoy your favorite drinks at wholesale prices delivered right to your door in minutes for a flat fee of $2.99. VIP lifestyle without the VIP prices. Perdomo Cigars. Experience the Perdomo way. Go to perdomocigars.com. naturebee.com. Sustained natural energy all day, every day. Use the code Big O to get free shipping on pure plant pollen from Clean Green, New Zealand. The Slomans NFL Draft Show continues live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill. At Slomans Home Security, they'll install your system, ensure it works seamlessly, and show you how to use it at no extra cost. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. Here's Big O.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend that is Greg Allman. Does an excellent job of covering the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and always kind enough to give us some time. But now we added some video now, Greg. So there you go. Now they get to see the GQ face there. Now they get to put to the name. It's a beautiful thing.
I feel like this might be my last appearance with you.
So let me ask you something. When Brady retires, did you buy it from the get-go? Were you fooled like the rest of us? Because I always thought that he was like the dude that, he's Barry Sanders. Like, I'm retired. It's over. I told you it's over. It's over. And I was kind of shocked that he came back. So how did you view that story from the get-go?
Yeah, I thought he was done. Yeah, it's one of those where I had kind of come to peace with it, with the idea that, okay, time to move on. 2 good years here in Tampa, fresh start, whole different deal here with him retired. And right as that kind of got to, I was okay with that, then he's back. And he just flip a switch, and there they go again. And they got just about everybody back, trying to get one more ring for him.
Yeah, I mean, I was just absolutely shocked. And when you look at the team now, where are they compared to 2 years ago when they won the title? How far off are they from that team? Is it too far off from the team? Because you always wonder about that window closing, Greg. So that's why I ask you.
As long as Brady doesn't look like he's 45 this fall, I think they're right there. If anything, I think they have an easier path. I mean, the NFC, a lot of your top contenders, especially at quarterback, aren't there. So, I mean, it's an easy division for them, at least by the looks of it right now. Keep waiting for Atlanta and New Orleans, and not New Orleans, but Atlanta and Carolina to figure out their quarterbacks. They got to stay healthy. That's probably the most important thing. But, if they do that, anything's possible.
What's going on with Gronk? Oh, I think he froze there a little bit. Oh, there you go. You're back. Gronk, what's the latest with Gronk? Oh, there we go. There we go. You got a call? Is that what it was? Did you got me, Greg? Can you hear me? Gotta love live radio. Oh, you kidding? Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Now we got you.
You kind of conked out on me all of a sudden.
We got you. I don't know if you got a call or something.
I'll leave and try and come back. All right.
No, we got you. He can't hear us. Oh, he can. Okay. Okay. All right. So he'll come back now. So we'll get it fixed. It is what it is. There we go.
I hear you now.
There we go. It's all good. When you get a call, it kind of does a little number on you. That's why.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all good. What's the latest with Gronk?
I still expect him back. I think he's kind of taking his time. This is the time of year he probably don't want to have to worry too much about football. I guess we'll see. Honestly, in the next 48 hours, how seriously the Bucs are preparing for life without him. I think it's very possible they take a tight end anyway. They only have 2 tight ends on their roster, and one of them has 1 career catch. So I do think it's a position they have to decide. Gronk, it's one of those where, because there were health aspects in his first retirement, the fact that he took a back injury last year gives me pause. But I do think, honestly, I think, it might be later in the summer. It might be closer to mid-July when teams are starting to report for training camp, but I think he'll be back.
I'll tell you what, man. remember at the end of his Patriot run, he looked like he was beaten down and run down, Greg. And I didn't know how much gas he had left when he decided to come back, but I don't know what the hell happened. He got revitalized and he looked pretty good overall. And, he started to look like Gronk again. That was a hell of a turnaround for him. Must be mental, what also happened to him.
Well, and just having a year off, I think it does wonders for your body, just to not have any practice games, nothing to do any damage to your body. I mean, I think when you're dealing with back issues as he was, those can be serious, well beyond whether you can play this year or not. That's a years and decades type issue. So like I said, I think that the fact that he did have issues with his back, that kept him out basically about 6 weeks. You wonder about that, but I think right now I think he's fine, and it's just a matter of making the decision to go at it and see what you can do to get back with Tom and try and win another ring.
Greg Allman, of course, joining us from The Athletic, covers the Tampa Bay Bucks on a daily basis. Make sure you follow him if you want to find out everything going on with the Bucks. So after you've done your digging, and few know this team better than you, the whole deal with the coach and Brady. Was there a rift? Did he step aside because of Brady? What do you believe in this story?
I don't think it's any significant factor at all in Tom retiring or in Bruce stepping back from coaching. I think they had kind of normal coach-quarterback rifts here and there, but nothing too serious. To hear both of them talk, to hear the people around them talk, asked Todd Bowles, and Todd said, he never saw one instance of anything substantial between the two of them that would suggest any kind of rift or fraction or anything like that. Like I said, I think it's a storyline you hear out of Boston a lot. The people down here have denied it pretty unilaterally. I think Tom just sent Bruce a $50,000 watch, so I don't buy into it too much, but I'm sure that's something that's going to be a lot of talk. Until Brady's done, at least.
Well, you know how it is, Greg, in this world. It's not a matter of the truth. It's whatever agenda or narrative you want to build for yourself is what you end up believing, because that's kind of the way the world is nowadays, no matter what kind of subject we're talking about, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So it's crazy. All right, 27. Are they going offensive linemen? Because they did lose a guard in the offseason there. So they need to beef up that line a little bit. What are you seeing at number 27 for them?
Yeah, if I'm guessing right now, it's one line or the other. You'll see safety pick for them, but honestly, if Zion Johnson from Boston College is there, that's a great pick for them at guard. Ali Marpet retired, that steps in for him. If defensive line is there, Devontae Wyatt from Georgia would make a lot of sense. Those are the first two I think of. I mean, this could be a surprise that you'll see safety, you'll see linebacker as a potential pick. But the two biggest needs they have are guard and defensive line. That's where I would be guessing is the first priority, as long as the right guys are there.
So are you buying the head coach on this go around? Because while I know he's been a magnificent assistant, so the question is Todd Bowles a head coach? Because he's kind of, we had Todd Bowles down here in Miami, and we know he's a fantastic defensive coordinator. He's such a quiet guy. And listen, I watched Tom Flores and Tony Dungy. Those guys are cigar store mannequins, and they all have titles. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. But there is that knock a little bit on Todd Bowles of whether he is a head coach and not just a great assistant. So talk to me about that transition for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the general thought down here is that he just didn't have a very good situation with the Jets. Had a good record his first year, and then they just started stripping away talent. Finished his year with Darnold as a quarterback. Just didn't have. Obviously this is a better situation than most first-year coaches have in terms of having Brady, having a team that's just a year removed from a Super Bowl. So I think this will be a much better situation for him to make, sustained success with. The challenge is going to be finding a way to have this success continue after Brady. I mean, he's here probably longer than, I don't want to say longer than Brady, because he proves us wrong a lot, but I think he'll have a chance to show really who he is as a coach once Brady's gone, and he'll try and win without him.
Here's where I think you might be onto something, and why maybe Todd Bowles will succeed. It's not so much that he was with the Jets, and obviously they're a terrible franchise, but wherever Todd Bowles has been, whether it's the Jets or here or now in Tampa, wherever, the amount of respect that he has from his fellow coaches and the players, second to none, actually. Players love that guy. So it's not like he ever left the Jets or any other place and they were like, oh, this guy's a joke. He's unorganized. He doesn't do, whatever. We've seen other coaches like that. And maybe that's why there's a great chance that Todd can succeed, because professionally, everybody loves that guy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, defensively here, I think, that their defense is a big part of why they won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. You go back to, them holding the Chiefs and that offense to 9 points, keeping them out of the end zone. As much as Brady got him there, I think the defense probably won that game for him. So, yeah, the challenge will be to do that on both sides of the field. He's got a good coordinator on offense in Byron Leftwich, somebody he can trust, and kind of leave that side to the guy that's called the plays here the last 3 years.
What's the plan for quarterback down the line, by the way, before I let you go? Because Brady's probably a year, maybe another one. Is there a plan here? Because there are some young quarterbacks that they might be able to invest in as projects down the line.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see them draft a quarterback this weekend. They took Kyle Trask from Florida in the second round last year. Kind of learned kind of like a redshirt year almost in the NFL last year. Didn't have a snap, but he's learned from Brady. He'll get to do it again this year. He definitely was the guy they took with every intention of him having a chance to be the successor again, whenever Brady hangs it up.
All right. Good stuff as always, Greg. Appreciate you taking the time, my man. We'll definitely catch up down the line, my friend. Enjoy the draft. Again.
All right. I'll take it easy.
You got it, baby. Greg Allman, of course, from The Athletic. He covers the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a daily basis. Good to have him on and talk a little Bucks. The Jets pick is in. By the way, Drake London went number 8 overall to the Falcons from USC, the wide receiver. So the first, I would imagine about 6 to 7 wide receivers are going to be taken in this draft, in this first round. Garrett London probably. Drake London, I'm sorry. Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams, Chris Olave, Treylon Burks, and Christian Watson. Those are the guys that I think could be the 6 to 7 guys that are probably going to go in this first round. And so Drake becomes the first guy to be taken at that position. Charles Cross went number 9 overall from Mississippi State to the Seattle Seahawks. Now we've got the stinking New York Jets, and the pick is in. And it really looks like they did not trade Deebo Samuel. Okay, because the guys right now, either Rappaport or Pelissero or
even
Schefter
mentioned anything about Deebo so far.
Right. They would have been mentioning that something's brewing or something's going on. It would have gotten out already at this point. So it does look like the Jets are keeping their picks and they're not trading for Deebo Samuel, which I'm a little depressed. I got to be honest. I'd like for them to trade for Deebo Samuel. I really would. Give away all that stuff and be terrible, and then San Fran is terrible. I love it. That would be fantastic.
By the way, Panthers up 3-0 now.
I like it.
Garrett Wilson off the board.
Garrett Wilson, second wide receiver.
Sorry, it's 4-0 Panthers.
There we go. That's why you all have to be here. You see? That's the kind of draft show I like right there, man. I love that. Wow. Okay. So, offensive tackle, Mississippi, and now Garrett Wilson, number 10. So we're gone through the first 10 picks. And what time is it? It's
6:15.
An hour and 15 minutes in the first 10 picks. Not bad.
Not bad at all. I got a question for you, okay?
Yes.
The Jets.
Yes.
They don't. Or no, I'm sorry. It wasn't the Jets, was it? Who was? Oh, it was the Giants. I'm sorry. The Giants didn't pick up the option. I was thinking the Jets didn't pick up the option, and then they went offensive tackle and wide receiver, but they got Zach Wilson.
You mean the Giants?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
I was thinking
the
Daniel
Giants,
Jones when I was like, they didn't pick up, but they did go. What did they go tackle, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, right? I mean,
Yeah.
But
I like
they
that
having to pay him more money
Look,
by not picking up the option and having to tag him if he does good.
But that's why I think they don't think he's going to do good.
Always fluff.
So that's why they didn't tag him, because they don't think he's going to do good, and they don't think they're going to have to franchise him. So deep down inside, after telling us all that, they don't really believe in the kid, but they're going to try one more year with him. GNS Lifting Equipment says, George here from Ocala, driving to Patriots land. My wife is from there, yuck. But I'm waving my Dolphins flag with pride. I love it. There we go. So see, you even got the folks cheering you on there, GNS. Oh, by the way, you got to raise that again because I lowered it during the break. That's what it is. I did. I lowered the gain during the break because it was super loud during the commercial break for them. The one on the far right side. That's the one I touched. Huh?
That had nothing to do with it.
No, it did. It lowered it.
Yeah, but it lowered the whole system.
Oh. On the far right side, just a little bit. Yeah. So that's why. Because when it goes to the commercial break, it is loud as hell in there for them. So that's why I kind of lowered it. I was just looking out for my peoples. You know, I'm trying to look out for the peoples out there. I'm a man of the peoples.
You're making me work.
What am I doing?
I can't hear the difference because the speaker's right in my ear here.
Let's see. Andy Jackson's in. Hey, folks, don't forget, please, to smash the hell out of the like button. It is very important that you smash the like button. And while you're watching the draft this weekend, reach for Liquor Split. Download the app. Tap that app. You know you love to tap that app. Android or iOS. Search for Liquor Split. $2.99 flat fee. No hidden fees. Nothing. So if you want to order your whiskey, your rum, your vodka, your beer, your snacks, you can do it all there at Liquor Split, man. Do it. Order at $2.99 flat fee. $1 goes to solving homelessness in Miami. So you're also doing it for a good cause, folks. So reach for the app, Android or iOS, Liquor Split. Tap that app.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
That's it. Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. Was just on your boy Doug's watch party. He's sick with a cold. Oh, poor guy, man. Well, we got to get him some Nature B. That's what we got to get Doug, man. We got to get Doug on some Nature B every day.
The Saints traded up.
Oh, nice. So the New Orleans Saints have traded up to the. Oh, is
they
this
traded with the? No, the Jets did the pick. So who was 11th?
So wait a minute. So I wonder.
It was the Commanders.
Oh, and the Commanders traded for a quarterback, so they didn't need a quarterback. The Saints, if they're not going to commit to Jameis Winston long term, they need a quarterback. So they could be reaching for a quarterback here, or they could be going also.
You say maybe defensive back, possibly.
Safety-wise,
not cornerback, safety.
They could go offensive lineman here. They did lose to Ron Armstead.
Yeah, but is there anybody that would be a reach at this point, right? Because Neal's gone, Cross is gone.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
They're gone. The top three are gone. I think it's dropped.
Well, Penning hasn't been taken. Trevor Penning hasn't been taken.
You're right.
Okay. So Trevor Penning, this could be offensive line here because they lost to Ron Armstead to us. They need a left tackle. Trevor Penning, some people will tell you he's better than Cross. So,
Well, Pinkett would fit in with the Saints offense, though, right?
Who?
Pickett?
Yeah.
If they were Pickett, he could kind of.
Yeah.
Even Malik would, I guess. In a way.
What is the Saints offense now that
That's true. It might change up. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't know.
I'm thinking with what they had before, if they keep it the way Sean Payton had it.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
I get a feeling it's Trevor Penning here. I think they will go offensive line here. This is such a hard draft to kind of get a feel for.
Well, there's definitely somebody the Saints want on the board right now.
Yeah,
they went and traded up.
Well, that's the last tackle.
Yeah. Okay.
After that, then there's a drop-off when you get to Green, Kenyon Green, which is a guy that Tampa Bay could be taking at 27, which we just talked to Greg Allman. That's when Kenyon Green is going to go. He's going to go somewhere in that area at 27. Here, I would imagine after losing to Ron Armstead, and if you do want to develop, Jameis Winston was playing really well under Sean Payton before he got injured. That's the sad part about it, that Jameis played a lot of stupid football for a long time, turning it over, and somehow or another, Sean Payton had him taking care of the football. It was 4-1 in the touchdown to turnover ratio, it looked like Jameis was turning the corner now. The Saints pick is in already. So we're awaiting Minnesota's number 12 and Houston, by the way, back at number 13 again. So who do you want? Oh, you want, okay, Hampton, okay.
The Saints went from 16 to 11 with the trade.
Yeah. I get a
so there's
feeling.
Somebody they thought was going to get drafted in those 4 picks that they didn't think was going to be there.
This is the last of the group of tackles that they feel are the elite not elite, but the best tackles of the group. Trevor Penning is the last guy there, so maybe that's the direction that they're going in. That's my guess right now. That's what I would go with. In fact, let me check something here a second for you guys, just to make sure to kind of go over. Not that we care about the Saints, a lot of people here, but I am covering the draft, so we're talking about it. They have James Hurst at left tackle right now, a free agent from Baltimore. Yeah, this sounds like it's Trevor Penning all the way right here. At least that's what would make sense for Jeff Ireland and the New Orleans Saints.
So the chat sounds the Commanders got the 16th pick, a 3rd, and a 4th from the Saints. So
yeah,
they must have.
We'll see. A lot of you think Saints are taking Pickett. I don't know, man. I think they go tackle here.
I think the old school thinking is that you don't trade up to get a lineman. But then again, you said this is the last lineman before the drop. Normally, you're kind of, you don't have your 4 offensive linemen gone in the first 11 picks.
And again, these quarterbacks aren't looked at like, oh my God, we got to have them. That's the problem with this draft in the quarterbacks.
Right.
They're interesting, but they're not must have.
Is that Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah, that's Tony Gonzalez right there. So I have no idea what they're doing there.
Yeah, no, and then the sign's got to bolt up. That'd be Chargers, right?
Yeah.
Kansas City. A couple different guys here. Oh, it's E-Games. E-Games, I see it. It's Chargers against Chiefs, it looks like, for the E-Games. Ian Rappaport's been a little bit wait a minute.
What do we have?
The Lions are now on the clock. A big trade?
Oh, that's the next trade. That's the next pick. So that means the next team just made the trade right now.
That would have been the Vikings.
Yep, the Vikings Rick Spielman just traded out, right? Or is Spielman there? No, Spielman's gone, actually, right? Isn't Spielman gone?
Yeah, so there's been a trade here. But he didn't say. He just said the Lions are now on the clock. A big trade.
Yeah.
So
they probably traded. They probably traded with Minnesota. That's probably what it is. They traded with Minnesota, and Minnesota wanted a defensive back badly, so they traded with. Who did you say they traded with?
The Lions. Dan Campbell and the Lions traded back in.
So then the Lions. Oh, the Lions don't. Wow. They moved all the way down to the second. Oh no! Wait a minute. No, they picked at the end of the first. At the end of the first round.
And he said it's a big trade, so I don't know if there's more coming to what it was. So we'll have to see what the trade is. But
interesting. Okay. All right.
The Lions are.
All right.
And nothing's been. I'm trying to see if I'm refreshing.
Big trade. What did they trade? Kirk Cousins.
Let's see. Okay. Terms the 12 and the 46 for the 32nd, 34th, and 66th.
Wow.
So they basically.
That's crazy. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what ends up happening now with the pick.
Yeah, they're dragging out the Saints pick, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, they were talking about something else besides the Saints. Because obviously, Chiefs
they're doing
fans.
An e-sport. Yeah, it was an e-sport game.
Yeah. So Chiefs fans are celebrating that are there. So now I guess they're going to talk about the Saints pick. And here it goes. Let's see. Wow, Olave, another receiver.
Another receiver gone.
All right, so Saints get Chris Olave. We told you that there'll be about 6 or 7 receivers going.
Yeah.
So this is one. And listen, the Michael Thomas situation, he's been a pain in the ass with that organization. So you figure they needed a guy, And Ohio State's had pretty good luck with wide receivers lately going into the draft. Chris Olave, that's a good pick for them. I thought they would go offensive tackle here, but they went with the offensive lineman. So now Minnesota has traded the pick to the Lions, as Sean told you, and all the picks going on. So the Lions now are on the clock.
And a lot in the chat are saying Malik Willis here. They traded up to get Malik Willis. That's what they're thinking is in the chat. I'm just
okay. I mean, let me see something. You know, that's a very interesting thing that you guys bring up to get a quarterback, because I got to look at their line also. They have Taylor Decker. Yeah, they've got some linemen. Penei Sewell, they're fine. Yeah, they're not going linemen, that's for sure.
Their pick's already in, so they knew who they were getting.
Yeah. That could be it. Because really, I mean, are you going to sell your soul to Jared Goff? I mean, he looks like a nice guy, but there's no way that I would want my team being led by Jared Goff. I'd be ripping the Dolphins every day to get rid of that guy. You know what I mean? So I'd be pissed. So yeah, that could make sense, getting a quarterback here. And listen, Malik is the guy that's a project. So if you're going to keep Jared around for another year or two, it gives you time to kind of develop Malik. So that makes a lot of sense too. Or if you're not a Jared Goff fan and you want to move on from, a little faster, then you go Kenny Pickett here. I mean, there's obviously the Lions are a team that can go in many, many, many directions because they're the freaking Lions. You know what I mean? So they're a bad football team at this point. The one thing that I cannot believe, Sean, is how Dan Campbell is still around. Actually, he's going to go. Isn't this going to be his third year?
Yeah, this is his third year.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. So
but he's that guy you start building the team, right? And then he's the Don Mattingly.
Yeah.
He's their Don Mattingly is what he's going to be.
Yeah.
He's there until they feel like they can win, and then they'll get the guy they need to get at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Lions, by the way, they took Hutchinson at defensive end. So by taking Hutchinson at defensive end, they've already at least filled a need that they had to have badly. QB is the other, safety is the other, running back, and wide receiver. So do you get back into the first round because you want to get one of those wide receivers, and because you were towards the back end of the draft, you weren't going to be able to get one of those wide receivers? So that to me is also a pick that they could have here, is a wide receiver. What are you going to say?
Ian Rappaport is reporting, or actually he's just telling everybody, the Houston Texans have traded out of the number 13 pick, and the Eagles are on the clock at number 13. Wow. That was just for you. I did that just because we got the Texans fan here.
Okay. All right.
They have traded out, so.
All right. So there you go. This could be a quarterback for the Lions, but it also could be a wide receiver. Because we told you, so far, Garrett Wilson is out, Drake London is out, Olave is out. Well, guess what? You still have Jamison Williams, you have Treylon Burks, and you have Christian Watson here. So if three receivers are already taken and the Lions weren't going to pick again till 32nd, maybe they were afraid that all the receivers are going to be gone. I think this is a wide receiver, actually. And by the way, yeah, there you go. That makes sense. And this is all, by the way, in honor of the late GM for the Lions, right? I think he passed away. Didn't he pass away? Was the guy that was their GM, and he was the linebacker, Matt Millen.
Oh, okay.
And he kept picking wide receivers. So in honor of Matt Millen, I don't know, is Matt Millen still with us, or he passed away?
I have to double check. But real quick, hold on the picks in, then I'll tell you what happened.
I may have killed Matt Millen off a little soon.
We'll find out in a minute.
I'm going wide receiver.
They do.
There we go.
There it is. Jameson Williams gone off the board.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wide receiver makes sense here for them.
And then an update on the Eagles.
It's that the quarterbacks aren't, for those of you out there, I see the chat board going crazy with quarterbacks because quarterbacks always make the news. These quarterbacks aren't sexy. These quarterbacks are considered projects. Why do you think I lost my effing mind for 7 years with Ryan Tannehill? Because it was a project. You don't take projects at number 8 overall in the draft. You don't take projects this early. You just don't do that, man. It doesn't make any sense. And so that's the problem in this draft. These guys are not considered money players right away. They're considered guys that they make people really nervous.
8 Alabama wide receivers selected in the first round.
And most of them
Nick Saban.
And most of them have been successful.
Yeah.
If they're not, obviously.
An update to the Eagles-Texans pick.
Yes.
The Eagles get the number 13 pick. The Texans in exchange for numbers 15, 124, 162, and 166.
Holy crap.
So they'll pick up 4 picks for this
and
pick.
they dropped down how many spots?
From 13 to 15. Basically, they backed up 2 slots.
Wow.
So
that means the Texans felt good about who they wanted and picked up more guys. Yeah.
So now they'll get 4. They got 4 picks. Basically, they move back to 15.
Yep.
Then they get 124, 162, and 166.
Right. Yep. So now we've got the Eagles on the clock. They need a wide receiver, by the way. So there's 2 guys left, right? Oh, no, Eagles got – wait a minute. Hold on a second. The
Eagles took Williams.
All right, so why did they say Eagles pick? Why is that confusing me?
Oh, wait, no. The Eagles traded into the Texans. I'm sorry. The pick right before took Williams.
So the Texans took –
No, the Eagles and Texans traded out.
Okay, so Eagles got Jameson Williams, right? Oh, Lions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, I'm writing it wrong here. Okay, so now we got the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Okay, I'm going, damn, dude. Okay, so here we go. I swear I'm not drinking, not yet at least.
We haven't had a drink yet.
So now they need a wide receiver. So we've got 4 wide receivers off the board, right? Correct? Yeah, 4 wide receivers.
4, yeah.
So now we've got Treylon Burks and Christian Watson left. So the Eagles need a wide receiver. They also need a defensive back in this draft too. Let's see. Well, McDuffie could be the guy. That could be it. So it's either a wide receiver or a corner here. That kind of makes sense here. And the pick is in already, obviously. So have they already said who they're picking?
No, I'm trying to find out right now. I'm
Okay.
going back to Field Yates, Tom Pelissaro, Ian Rappaport. Nobody's got anything on who the Eagles have selected.
Yeah, I think it's either a wide receiver or a corner here that goes to the Eagles. Okay? Damn, I was getting the Eagles and the Lions all confused. An old Chinese lady told me years ago, in my country, you learn quick or you have nothing. No welfare in my country. I want to plug and play that learn quick. Yeah, that's Jay. That's in a perfect world. We all want plug and play players, but it's an inexact science, my man. You have no idea how somebody's going to handle the game at this level. So it's a whole different ball game there. You got it's everybody would if it was that easy, then the Dolphins would be winning all kinds of championships and everybody else would be having success. It's not that easy, my brother. How many times have we seen a guy that we all liked, and when he got to the league, he sucked? My God, I remember Sammy Smith running over the University of Miami football team and their defense, okay? And as a UM fan, that was painful. So when the Dolphins drafted him, I'm like, oh, man, they finally got Marino, that big back. Well, how'd that work out? You know what I'm saying? And this is a guy that punished the Canes. And the Canes defense in those days, that was NFL defenses. Back in those days, the talent that was on those NFL defenses was nasty. So, Jay, for those of you, we all have liked guys coming out of college that were nasty-ass players, and they ended up becoming busts. It's happened to all of us. And it certainly has happened to plenty of GMs in the NFL. So, yeah, plug-and-play players are nice, but it's just not the reality, my man. One guy wants to trade Tua. There we go. That's what we want tonight. Yeah, let's trade Tua. Lions building around golf. LOL. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Yeah, it's yeah. Oh, and Sean, take a smoke break and rip that bong. So you want me like, hey, all right, man, it's so cool. We're out here. No, it's no. What is it? Planet 13? Is that the name of that place?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, you guys should see. They've got a weed mall here. They don't have a weed store here. No. They have a weed mall. It's called Planet 13. And it's literally a weed mall. You can eat stuff that's weed related. You can buy stuff weed related. You can smoke weed. And here's the best part about it, okay? I'm not lying to you. You drive by Planet 13, 2 blocks away from it, and you smell it.
With your windows up.
Yeah, but that's right, with your windows up. Oh.
No, they're going back. Yeah, they're going back. Yeah.
Okay. They're recapping.
Yeah, they're recapping.
Okay, so think about that. We drive by Planet 13. I go, damn, dude. I swear, I think I got a contact high just going right by Planet 13. In fact, there's a reason why there's just a group of cars circulating around Planet 13 like Saturn, because all they're doing is picking up the resin smell of the building, and they're all high. That's all it is. That's what you do. In Vegas, you don't even have to smoke. You don't have to drink. Just drive around Planet 13, and immediately you're going to get high. It's impressive. I got to tell you. It tells you how much weed there must be in that building that you can smell it 2 blocks away with your windows up. I wasn't riding around like the Mad Dog. Rest in peace, Mad Dog. Okay? No. I had the windows up. We were cranking. We passed by, go, what's it? And I look to the left, and it's Planet 13. I'm like, holy shit. You can smell the weed. It's crazy. So
the Eagles pick is in.
It's a receiver, bro, or a corner. It's going to be a receiver or a corner, and you see the run on receivers now.
Yeah.
People they're desperate to get those wide receivers, and they want to get those wide receivers in there. So we got a couple more that I think are going to go in the first round. Treylon Burks and Christian Watson are left, and one of those could be it, or the corner, I think, for the Eagles right now. We'll see. New Zealand's got the best weed. Really? Well, they got Nature B, so I would imagine a little Nature B. Okay. I can believe that, considering it's an island all by itself, clean. Yeah, I'm with you there. I have 230 shares of Planet 13. You did a good buy, bro. Okay? Your money's not going up in smoke. I can tell you that. I've never even heard of a weed mall until I got here. No, that's a weed mall. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, no, it's a weed mall. It's amazing. Bro, just wait until this season. It's Tua. You or anyone isn't changing that, no matter what your opinions are. Yeah. There you go, Jason. Tell him. You tell him, baby. All right, here we go. The Eagles pick is in, although they're doing some promotion or something before. Is that Bishop Gorman? Is that school that always has, right? Is that Bishop Gorman?
There's Bishop Gorman. Yeah.
Right? Isn't that Bishop Gorman? So these are all these must be high school athletes. Yeah, because that high school is a power, dude. Let's see what else. Rookie deals on wide receiver free agents, 1 QB money. Well, it depends. Let's see. This clown up there talking about Tua and MVP in the same sentence.
Hey.
Who's that?
Just so you know. They took Jordan Davis, defensive tackle from Georgia.
Okay. Wow. Completely off on that one. Defensive tackle. Okay. Boy, Georgia was so loaded, man. They had so many guys that are going to be drafted over the next 3 days. They'll have like 8, 10, 11 guys get drafted.
Bad, they'll still be at the top of the East.
They are, yeah, man. They are so loaded. Kirby had to kind of break through the shadow of Nick, and he's been able to do that. It's pretty amazing. All right. By the way, Lisa Johnson's going to join us at the top of the hour. Let's do this. Let me take a quick break here. Let me rest the vocal cords. Give me a couple minutes. Get a quick commercial break in here. We're coming to you live from Tommy Rockers in Las Vegas, baby. Come on out and join us for the NFL draft. If you can't be here, if you're not in the Vegas area, if you're just driving around Planet 13 getting high, take a break. Come on over here with the munchies and eat a little bit here at Tommy Rockers. We'll take care of you. But if you can't, keep it locked in here all weekend long on our YouTube page. This is our Sloman's NFL Draft Show.
This is the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill. Check out Sloman's low-cost monitoring rates and how it could save you thousands on a security system. 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646. For over 25 years, South Floridians have counted on Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises for their roofing needs. In South Florida, we battle the sweltering heat, rain, winds, and all kinds of tropical storms. That's why when it comes to protecting your family, home, or business, call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com. 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs. All work fully guaranteed with the customer's complete satisfaction. A+ rated member of the Better Business Bureau. Licensed and insured. There's no buts about it. When your roof needs repair or replacement, go to TommyBButtsJrEnterprises.com. A certified white mean contractor.
Oh, great. You got a doorbell camera. Now you got a front row seat to your house getting robbed. No. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Get out of my house!
Oh, Mom's jewelry. There goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Sloman's, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, a free doorbell camera.
Free?
One that'll actually work for you. It's not total security unless it's the Sloman's Shield. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Why is it that you get locked out in the worst moments of your life?
Where are my car keys? Man, I can't find my house keys.
In those frustrating moments, you need a locksmith you can count on. A. Lenny Locksmiths in South Florida, from Miami to Port St. Lucie. In Central Florida, A. Lenny locks it down in Orlando and Tampa Bay. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business. Car key replacements and programming all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625. Go to the website at alennylocksmith.com.
When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks. eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com.
For over 16 years, EJDConstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDConstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Sports Grill on Bird Road, Miami Lakes, and their newest location in Doral is now hiring. If you're looking to join a great company and South Florida institution, give them a ring or drop an email. Sports Grill is hiring all kinds of positions from hostess to servers, bartenders, or join the kitchen staff to craft some great food for their amazing customers. Please send your resume to m.cruz@sportsgrillmiami.com or call 305-219-5726. That's 305-219-5726. Sports Grill. Good food, good drink, good friends. Our NFL draft coverage on the Big O Radio Show is brought to you by KSDTCPA.com. One of South Florida's largest and one of the country's fastest growing accounting firms. KSDT CPA is a full-service firm that excels in crypto. Visit them at KSDTCPA.com. ALennyLocksmith.com. ALennyLocksmith.com. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business. Car key replacements and programming for all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625 or go to the website at alennylocksmith.com. Welton Rayome. With over 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, they are committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rome, they don't get paid unless you win. We break the huddle as the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill continues. Access and manage your devices from anywhere with the Sloman's app. Protect your family by calling 1-800-ALARM-ME. Here's Big O.
Alrighty, we are back. We got a trade, man. Hollywood Brown was just traded. That is crazy. All right, what's the trade right now, Sean?
The Cardinals trade the 23rd pick to the Ravens for, it says 100, I guess, pick 100 and Hollywood Brown.
Wow. I mean, well, at least he'll now be able to catch passes because it's not like Lamar Jackson's a passer. So that'll help out. By the way, this pick by Baltimore, Kyle Hamilton, I mean, this is one of those where you look at the player and you go, all right, because, you know, Harrison Smith came out a few years ago for Minnesota, out of Notre Dame and went to Minnesota, and he's turned into one hell of a safety. This kid kind of has the same he's the same type of player. Smart, great range. I would not. This is a perfect pick for the Ravens, dude. Really, really good pick. So Kyle Hamilton, the safety, goes to from Notre Dame, goes to Baltimore. Really like that pick. Texans now are on the clock. They've got the 15th pick in the draft. And by the way, it's right now. It's almost 2 hours, an hour and 50 minutes, and we're almost halfway
through. Yes.
So they're working on like a 3-hour pace right now is what we're working on. And by the way, Lisa Johnson from Our Football Turf will be joining us, or our Turf Football, that is, will be joining us at the top of the hour to talk a little Miami Dolphins. She does a terrific job covering the Dolphins for Our Turf Football. You can check it out also. So the Texans pick is in. The commissioner is at the podium. Let's see what we got. Kenyon Green, all right?
Okay.
All right. This is one of those guys that I thought even could fall all the way down to Tampa Bay. But wow, by the way, Trevor Penning did not go.
He still hasn't gone. He's not.
So they even the guard jumped Trevor Penning. How about that? That's it. That's interesting.
Is it the Laramie Tunsil fall?
Well, because they don't need a tackle.
And the Washington Commanders are on the clock from the trade earlier.
Yeah, and Green is a big, tough dude, bro, at guard. He is a wall and can move, as you can see, as they show you the highlights. He's a guy that actually has athleticism too, on top of all of that, so he can pull. He's a load, man. He is definitely a load. I thought that he would last even to Tampa, because guards, you know that they got to like you a lot to take you that early as a guard. There's no doubt about that.
It is the Texans.
All right, so let me take care of one of our listeners here. And Jay Trivet. All right, Jay?
Oh, boy. What'd Jay do?
Well, Jay, look, we're all Dolphin fans. We all want to win, okay? All right? But, Jay, you got to stop with the ridiculous comments, dude. All right? I just want a quarterback that lifts the team up, not a quarterback that needs a team to lift up, and that's what Tua is. Every quarterback needs to get lifted up, dude. But what did Marino win? Maybe you're too young, Jay. Maybe you didn't live it, but he didn't have a running game. He didn't have a right side of the line. He didn't have a defense. And he didn't win anything. So if you want to play fantasy football, dude, and you want a quarterback that's just going to light it up once in a while, get in the playoffs and not win anything, that's not really what it's about. It's about building a team that will win a championship. Bob Greasy has 30% the talent of Marino. Okay? Yeah, I just said that. Marino's 3 times the player and the thrower that Bob Greasy could ever be. But go check his fingers. There's 2 rings on Bob Greasy's hand. So, Jay, Bob Greasy needed an offensive line. He had a running game. He had a defense. Yeah. But still, he won the next one on his own. But my point is, Earl Morrow won because he had support. Bob Greasy won because he had support. But if you don't have support, you're going to lose your ass, Jay. So if you want Dan Fouts putting up a bunch of numbers, I watched it. I watched Dan Marino put up a bunch of numbers too. I watched John Elway run for his life, put up all kinds of numbers until the end of his career when they gave him a defense and a running game, Jay. There's a lot of you out there, you play too much fantasy freaking football, and trust me, I didn't want to use the word freaking, okay? I didn't want to use that.
I think.
But too many of you play fantasy football, and you think that reality and fantasy collide. And that's just not the way it is. And so you got to have the combination of things. Name one mediocre team that a quarterback took and won a Super Bowl. It doesn't exist, Jay. But you know what does exist? A hell of a team helping Peyton Manning, who couldn't throw more than 10 yards, win a Super Bowl. Why? Because Peyton Manning had a hell of a team. That's why. Yeah, exactly. So that's the key here, Jay. So this whole thing about, I need a quarterback that lifts. Well, did you watch the Arizona game? Because I thought Tua did his job of lifting there. But you can't lift a team when you have to lift your ass off the floor. Jay, So if you don't have a line blocking for a quarterback's not getting anywhere. If you don't have a running game for a quarterback, then how the hell is he supposed to be an effective passer? Yeah, exactly. So you've got to build it up, and that's the way you win. Every quarterback in the world needs help. You can't name a quarterback that carried a mediocre team to a title. But we can name the Bucks, the Ravens, the Broncos. We can name all kinds of teams that have taken quarterbacks that are average or below average to Super Bowls and win it. That's because you had the team. So, Jay, learn the game, my man. And I'm being nice on you today, okay?
By the way, Lamar's not happy about the trade.
Lamar?
He's already retweeting fans.
Lamar's unhappy?
He's unhappy.
Oh, I mean, whatever. Whatever.
Adam Schefter. I know we're going to
go ahead. What do you got?
Adam Schefter is reporting Titans are planning to trade wide receiver A.J. Brown to the Eagles. Sources are telling ESPN.
Wow.
I'm going off what Adam Schefter just tweeted out here.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm jumping around.
So if they're going to trade A.J. Brown from the Titans, so Ryan Tannehill is going to throw about 87 interceptions this year now. Oh, God. I tell you, man, that final year for you know what they're doing? I got it. You know, Brian Flores did a great job of sabotaging Tua constantly, right? Maybe that's what the Titans are going to do this year. Hey, Ryan, you're on your own. And by the end of the year, it's so bad, it's like, yeah, we got to let you go, bro. Get out of here. A.J. Brown, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
There's a lot going on right now behind
Yeah, that is nuts, dude.
It's funny, though, how all these trades are happening now on draft day.
Yeah.
And they're not really affecting the draft. I mean, a little bit, I guess. A couple trades on it.
Jay goes to me, did you ever play the game? Yeah, I played the game. I didn't play it at the NFL level, my man. I didn't play it at college. So what? Doesn't matter. The most of the best coaches in the history of sports didn't play the game at the high level either. Your best managers, your best coaches. So what's your Jay, the bottom line is you don't know jack shit about football. That's all it is, dude. So if you want me to be blunt, I'll be blunt because I don't have a problem with that. Learn the damn game, my brother. You're an embarrassment, okay? You must be 10 years old because at 10, I already knew that you had to have a running game and a defense. So it's not a matter of whether I played the game or not. What did Bill Belichick do in the NFL as a player? Nothing, and he's the GOAT. What does it have to do with that? Bottom line is you don't know the game. So I just gave you a nice lesson. Learn the game, and then maybe you can enjoy it and move on. Your problem is you dislike Tua so much, you come up with just facts that aren't facts, and that's the problem.
Looks like the trade's going to be for Philadelphia's 18th pick, which would put the Titans on the clock next after the Chargers pick here.
Okay. Oh, so then they're going to get – so then they'll get one of the receivers now to keep them cheap. Get rid of AJ.
Or do they draft a quarterback to get rid of Titan?
No, I don't think. God, are they going to get wow.
I don't think you make that trade. You don't think you trade A.J. Brown if you're not going to get a cheaper A.J. Brown. Zion Johnson, another guard, just went, and the tackle's still sitting there. So,
wow. All right.
And it's showing the Eagles are on the clock. So, I guess they haven't finalized the trade yet. Oh, no, they just right there. Just traded to pick to the Titans. Okay. And also
what happened? Okay. All right, we're ready to rock. All right. Let's get ready. Give us 60 seconds. We start hour number 3. Lisa Johnson will join us from Our Turf Football next.
NFL draft coverage on the Big O Radio Show is brought to you by Caneswear. Go to caneswear.com where all orders over $90 get free shipping. Sloman's Total Home Security. Protect your home with the best in the business. 1-800-ALARM-ME for the company serving America for nearly 100 years. 1-800-ALARM-ME. Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com. Licensed roofing contractor. 100% financing is available. Go to Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com. We make the huddle as the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill continues. Access and manage your devices from anywhere with the Sloman's app. Protect your family by calling 1-800-ALARM-ME. Here's Big O.
All right, we're back here at Tommy Rocker's, baby, our Sloman's NFL Draft Show. And by the way, Jahan Dotson went to Washington at number 16. At number 17, Herbert gets a center in Zion Johnson at Boston College, the guard that can play center. So they have loaded up on that line there. We're awaiting the Titans, who just traded A.J. Brown. So we think that either Treylon or Christian are going to go here. They should be picking another wide receiver here. We're waiting. The pick is in. Our pick is in. Lisa Johnson is our first round pick. She is ready to go. And you can follow Lisa, by the way, on Twitter at LJ1303 and catch her exceptional work at Our Turf Football, FB, by the way, FB.com. And check it out. And of course, follow them on Twitter at Our Turf FB, also on Twitter. Lisa, how are you doing?
I am good. It has been a minute. How are you?
Very good. Can't complain. I'm in Vegas, man. I can't complain.
I know. I was going to say, how things going out there? I was all jealous. You know I was. You know I wanted to be with you. So.
Would have been good. You could have been here live with me here, sitting here doing the show a little bit here.
I got to share the love with other girls, though. You know, we got Dana out there in the pit right now getting some stuff. So we're going to be doing some live segments here after this as soon as I jump off with you. So hopefully we'll, jump in the pit with her and get some conferences and some questions going. So, and I'm excited. It's turned out this middle part after 10 years kind of got exciting here a little bit. A lot of trades.
Yeah. And it's moving too. So for guys like me that got to be here for hours talking, I kind of like the fact that it's kind of moving along here overall. And, for me, this is a happy day for me because personally, I know that Tyreek Hill's my first round pick.
Exactly.
And so
all of us.
I'm already in a good mood going into this draft, knowing what they've already done in the offseason.
Listen, you're in a good mood. You got Flo out of there. You got, you brought Hill in. We got Mike McDaniels. We got a lot to look forward to see, what goes on. And, I don't think there's a question mark on Tua. I've listened to your show. I kind of, where your stance are. You don't mind. I'm, like I said, never want a guy to fail. I want to be cautiously optimistic about this guy and be positive and, ready to roll.
No, I'm with you there. By the way, Ian Rappaport, who, by the way, you can catch him exclusively in South Florida on our platform. A.J. Brown traded to the Eagles, gets a 4-year, $100 million deal, $57 million guaranteed. So he wanted money. The Titans weren't willing to pay it because they probably wanted to wait to get another wide receiver since they got to get themselves another quarterback down the line. So I guess I'm thinking this is going to be a wide receiver here overall right now for the Tennessee Titans. Your thoughts on what's developed today so far? What surprised you?
The trades kind of going from 10 down kind of surprised me. The Lions moving back up to take a wide receiver kind of surprised me. I honestly was with everybody else. I honestly thought Malik Willis was going to come off the board at that time. So them taking the Alabama wide receiver was really surprising to me. I did not expect that. So I think a surprise for me is that of them coming back up into the 10 and taking a wide receiver at that spot. Dan Campbell, and I always said that if it's the guy you want and you think that's the guy that's going to, take it to some other levels and tiers, then you pull the trigger.
Yeah. If you have the conviction, you might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Were you surprised the Jets took a cornerback after Miami was loading up a wide receiver?
Not at all. We talked about that on our show, and I even tweeted that out to the ladies. We nailed it on the draft with the Jets because, I mean, one thing is you've got Diggs, you've got Hill, you've got Waddle. You need a cornerback to compete with those guys, and it was a no-brainer with the next pick at wide receiver. So to me, it was just who they were going to take. I had Drake Landon in that spot. So, I mean, it was just at that point who's going to be available and who they're going to take. So, I mean, no surprises to me on the Jets, because this is the AFC East. You know what teams need. And, it looks like we're going to have an outstanding wide receiver core in this AFC East.
Yeah, I'm with you there. By the way, speaking of wide receivers, as expected, the Titans took a wide receiver after trading A.J. Brown. They took Treylon Burks now out of Arkansas.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I guess then that kind of makes sense because in the end, I think it's kind of like the Giants. After they told us all this and that about Daniel, they don't pick up his option. So they really don't believe in him. And I think they know that they're going to have to get another quarterback and develop another one in Tennessee. So why pay A.J. Brown now when they don't have the quarterback for the next couple of years? Trade him, get picks, rebuild, and then get this kid. That makes a lot of sense overall. I like that move. What are you expecting tomorrow from the Dolphins in that third round, Lisa? Because we all talk about it. Some of us want a lineman, a D lineman, a running back, a middle linebacker. There's all kinds of players that could be available in that third round.
I'm going linebacker. I think that is a position that we kind of need to upgrade. Let me get my notes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the board with my notes here as far as with the draft. Oh, who did I have here? I penciled in. Oh, that's my sorry, guys.
By the way, make sure you follow Lisa on Twitter at LJ1303. Follow her on Twitter, supporter. She does an excellent job of covering the Dolphins on a daily basis. So who do you have as your prediction?
I like Channing Tredell, the linebacker out of Georgia.
Okay. Oh,
I kind of.
Yeah.
Yep. Another one is Leo. Keep your eye out is Leo Chandel, the linebacker out of Wisconsin. Those are kind of the two of the. Mm-hmm.
I love Chanel. I just don't think that. I'm afraid he's not going to last to the third round. Tyndall from Georgia. I think he can be there for Miami in the third round. I
think so too. And he's a strong, hard-hitting guy.
Yeah.
Oh, watch tape on him. He's, that's the upgrade position I would like to see. I'd like to go back to the trenches in the fourth. I'd like to go back in the trenches if some of the guys there. Some of the other guys were there. How about Trevor Pennington, Ohio, big dude out of Ohio? He could be there at the fourth. To bulk up some of that trenches. So those are a couple of the guys that I'm kind of keeping my eye on. But I would love to see Trudeau Hill. I'd love to go linebacker.
Yeah, Chanel is the one guy that I love him. I just don't think he'll be there by the time Miami picks. Yeah. If one of those two guys is there, I really like that. Just like I like the Georgia running back too. I don't mind him in the third or fourth rounds.
Right.
If they don't think he'll last to the fourth, then I guess you got to take him in the third because they need a little bigger back. And, I had Daniel Yefusi on earlier in the week, and he brought up something interesting because Cook is one of those guys that kind of plays a little bit of what Debo does. That he has that kind of skill set, so you might be able to do some of those kind of things also with Cook from Georgia. So he's another one of those guys.
Well, and that's where you go off of Mike McDaniels and you look at some of the things that the 49ers offense has done. So I think a lot of times when you're analyzing a lot of these guys, you're kind of in your mindset of knowing what Mike McDaniels likes to do, and like I said, it was emphasized last week through Tua and everything else, that it's going to be a lot of yards after catches. So there's going to be a lot of them. So, I mean, and you look at some of these guys deeper in the draft, like you just talked about with the running back, those are some of the things that he could utilize in this offense. and put the speed there, so I kind of agree with you. So I think some of it will go back on that to just look at some of these guys in later draft and do what's best for the team. Where can we utilize these guys running back? I think we're set at the tight ends. I think we're set at wide receiver. Obviously, I think some of it needs to kind of swap a little bit later, like you said, linebacker. Let's kind of bulk up a little bit of the defense. Show the defense some love here a little bit. So
the only thing I was thinking
definitely.
of also is a returner, Lisa. That in that third or fourth round, if you find a receiver, a corner, a running back that is a slash, really good returner,
more special teams there, kind of special team guy.
Yeah, that the secondary position is secondary. That he's really more of a returner, but he's a part-time DB or a part-time running back,
right?
Or like the normal returners are. That's the other thing that I think of for the Dolphins, since you did get rid of their best returner last year via trade. I still think you need a little bit of that edge. Plus, I don't want to put Tyreek Hill back there.
I don't either.
Yeah, I get it if you're trailing late in the game and you say, hey, Tyreek, we need a big return. Get him in there.
Yeah.
They used to do that with Deion Sanders. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't want him as my, primary returner.
Yeah, we don't want to. I agree with you. I mean, if it's late in the game and you need a spark, you can put him there, or you can put Waddle. I mean, Waddle, I think would be just as good. But like you said, that would be outstanding to pick up a nice little special teams type return guy. I agree with you 100% on that. That would be outstanding if we could do that, because we do need a little help there.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Tell them about Our Turf Football so folks can follow you, Lisa, because you do an excellent job of covering the Dolphins every day.
Yes, sir. You can follow us at ourturffootball.com, FB, like Big O said. You can find all the girls, all of us. Of course, you can find me at LJ1303. Dana O'Gorman, our chief editor, is out in the draft right now in the pits. We've got Cleveland Kate up in Cleveland. She's running our draft board right now for us, as a matter of fact, as we're going. We've also got some great things on the horizon. We have partnered with a College Gridiron Showcase. So we're going to be doing some things with Jose Jefferson down there, the 5-day FB division that's held out in Texas. So we're going to be doing look forward to doing some of that next year, along with the Senior Bowl. So we've got a lot of great things coming up. And, like I said, and appreciate you so much for having me on. And this is a heck of a thing you do for us. And like I said, we're your biggest fans too. So,
well, hey, listen, I'm a big supporter of yours, and I'm a big supporter of a lot of our media members, obviously, because we got a lot of them working on our platform. So yes, I'm a big pro media guy. So I want to make sure our people are always, and we do, watching what you do and so many others. You guys do a great job. So you definitely deserve the love and the platform. So
we appreciate you.
So happy for your success, and looking forward to hanging out with you over at camp and talking a little Dolphins.
Absolutely. Football. Yes, sir.
Thank you for taking some time here on draft day. I know you got to do your thing. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You got it. There you go. Lisa Johnson from Our Turf Football. Make sure you follow her on Twitter at LJ1303, and follow also the platform at Our Turf FB. I told you that the Saints needed a tackle, right? It was just that it was later on. So Trevor Penning did end up going just a little bit later on to the Saints.
What I think is funny is Ian Rappaport saying at 19, the Saints take Northern Iowa offensive tackle Trevor Penning, who they considered taking earlier.
Right, when they took Olave.
Their new left tackle, yes.
Yeah, right.
I don't think they thought he was going to be there, but he ended up being there.
Yeah, so they and it was like I told you, he was like the last tackle on the board, and I thought that it would take him earlier when they took Olave. Remember when they traded up for Washington? But obviously they had conviction that the wide receivers were going to dry up quickly, and they wanted to get – and they obviously had conviction that they love Olave. So that's why they made the move. And now they end up getting their receiver and they get their tackle in Trevor Penning. That's really good drafting on the Saints' part overall, filling two needs with two really good players. We now await the pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, man, Pickett,
right?
Pittsburgh kid. Pickett could be the guy. I mean, do they still have Rudolph there? I mean, that guy. I remember when he was coming out of Oklahoma, and I swear to God, when people would tell me that they liked Rudolph, I would like, okay, you like him because he has a cool name, right? I mean, because if you watch him, he wasn't anything out of this world at Oklahoma. And so I wasn't surprised that he was kind of a bust, with the Steelers. And so I was like, you just like the guys because he's got a cool name. That's about it. But he wasn't much of a player. Now, this kid Pickett, he's got moxie, man. There's something about this kid that, listen, you're the Steelers. There's you can go in a lot of directions if you're the Steelers, right? And you need a lot right now if you're the Steelers.
Yes, they do.
But they need a quarterback in a bad way. They need a wide receiver, which, by the way, Watson is left, right? Watson hasn't been taken, correct?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Right.
I don't think so.
Safety at this point, I don't know if that would be smart at this point where you're at. But the quarterback is still a little bit of a project at this point. But where you're picking him, it's not a terrible pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's worth the gamble if you want to take either Malik or you want to take Pickett. I figured the Pickett thing because obviously you're in Pennsylvania. He's a Pitt kid. They play in the same day. Don't they both play in Heinz Field? Right? Don't the Panthers play in Heinz Field? I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought about Malik Willis and
Pickett's played in the same field that he's going to, be drafted in. That would make a lot. So either you're going there or you're going wide receiver, I think, at this point in time. Safety, let me see the safeties that are gone. I don't know if I would go safety at this point because Hamilton is gone. Yeah. No, I would not go safety. I don't think safety is a smart move at this point. So I'm gonna go here. They either go quarterback here or wide receiver, and there's one left that should go in the first round.
Do they run the quarterback pick through Brian Flores?
Well, I mean, if Brian Flores doesn't like the quarterback, he's going to sabotage him. I mean, that's kind of what he does.
You better find out.
Oh, hey, kid, you've never started. Let's start you against the Rams. We have no offensive line. Coach, there's Michael Brockers slamming to it. Yeah, I saw that. Did you see it? I mean, Flores had a smile on his face. It was ear to ear, dude.
Right,
Coach, you're staying with Jabroni Brisket. You have a healthy or semi-healthy Tua. He's better. Nah, I can win with Brisket. The guy sabotaged him from the get-go. All right, let's go. Wide receiver or quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Uh-oh, look out. Franco Harris.
I don't think he knows how to pronounce the name. That's what it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, what's his name?
Tell you, we're all getting old, bro. Because I was young watching him tearing it up, man. God.
In the chat, they said if it's not Pickett,
well, it's good.
Riot.
He's making the pick, right? Is that what he's doing?
No, they can't be doing a pick.
Oh, no, because it's first round, right?
Right?
He's promoting something. Yeah. As long as he's not sitting up there defending Joe Paterno when he did that a few years back, it's made me sick to my stomach. This guy's defending the damn pedophile. All right, let's go, Joe. Let's go, Franco. Let's go, Franco. Think about that, dude. That was a running back. Look how big that guy was in those days. Back in those days, that's a big-ass running back. The commissioner looks like a midget next to him.
They took Pickett.
Yeah, you figure that. Yeah, there you go. Quarterback or wide receiver. He's got to be. That kid's got to be happy. He played at Pitt. Now he's going to the Steelers. That's super cool for Kenny Pickett, man. Super cool. I'm happy for him. Obviously, she's happy. She's got a check. I'm sorry. Come on, everybody else was taking it.
Do you want me to edit that out of the podcast?
It's probably his sister, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sweetheart, you got paid. We can pay the mortgage. It's a beautiful thing. The Cheatriots, by the way, are on the clock. They've got 4 minutes. By the way, Everybody watch that clock because that bastard Belichick will add 6 minutes to it. Seriously. He's got a hacker right now working on that clock. Watch that clock. Okay? See, even Kenny Pickett was pointing at it. He was just saying it. Watch that clock. And I bet you all are wondering if I'm going to slip up and that L is not going to be in it. Huh? Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds waiting there. Kenny Pickett, man, that's actually a really cool pick for him.
Yeah.
I like that kid, man. I do. I like him. I hope it when he plays the Dolphins, he throws 87 interceptions. But outside of that, I root for that kid. I like him, man. I like guys that play with moxie, people that have confidence in their ability, and then go out there and show it and display it. And watching this kid, he's a fearless dude, man. I like him.
There's the play that changed college football.
Yeah, I'm a fan. And again, like I talked about earlier, for some of you that weren't here, for those of us that are a little older, we grew up with David Craig, who fumbled a lot, and this kid has 27 fumbles, I believe, in his 4 years at Pitt. So that's obviously a concern, but he's there we go. See, that's what they're talking about. And he's going to have to be very alert about that.
Oh,
yes.
What'd you call them? The Cheatriots?
The Cheatriots.
They have traded back.
The
Chiefs are on the clock.
Okay, so it's the Chiefs now. All right, so the Chefs are on the clock.
I'll let you know what the trade is as soon as it comes up.
All right, so the Chefs are now picking, and then they get 9 minutes now. Like, you already know what, the pick better be in. It better be in. You better not give them 10 more minutes. Let's go. Let's move on. It's 10:22. And we're at number 21. That's actually really fast.
Yeah. So the Patriots traded pick 21 to the Chiefs for pick 29, 94, and 121.
Wow. Say it again. What was that trade?
The Patriots trade pick 21 and the Chiefs trade pick 29, 94, and 121.
Oh, dude, they lost Tyreek. They've got to take this kid now.
That's probably why they moved up.
They got to take Watson now. They've got to take Watson here because they lost Tyreek. That's exactly what they're going to do now. I told you guys at the beginning of the draft that Wilson, London, Williams, Olave, what is it? Barnes or whatever the hell is the kid's name, and Watson would end up going as the top. Burks, would start going in the first round, and I think this is the last kid that's available right now, at least for first round wide receiver. And the Chiefs need a guy. This kind of makes sense. And you do have a quarterback that can light it up, so you better get him some weapons. Hardman and some of these other guys, they're nice complementary guys, but they're not number one. And this last kid is considered maybe a possible number one in Christian Watson. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the pick. What I'm trying to think of what else the Chiefs could end up getting in this selection if it's not a wide receiver. Let me look at my list here. Defensive end and cornerback is also a need for them too. That's right.
And they got the FSU kid that's still on the board.
Yeah, you know what? The FSU kid would be a steal at this point because he's considered one hell of a player. So the FSU kid might be a really good pick here. That's actually a good call on your part, dude. I like that. Jermaine Johnson is not bad here, but I think wide receiver is definitely a need in a big time. Well, although they still have their big ass linemen.
Yeah.
So maybe I think wide receiver here, cornerback too. Let me see what's on the board right now at corner. McDuffie has not been taken, right, from Washington?
No,
if I'm correct,
still on the board.
That might be so. So here we go: wide receiver, McDuffie at corner, or Jermaine Johnson. One of those three could be for the Chiefs right here. Those are the needs. You either take the last receiver, you take the next best corner, or you take a sweet ass defensive end.
See what they do here. Trent McDuffie.
All right, Trent McDuffie goes. Cornerback, there you go. All right, so Packers are up next in the draft here. Let me see what the Packer needs are. Well, there we go. They need a wide receiver. That's right. They lost Devontae Adams. So again, here comes the last receiver that could be taken in the first round. Remember the guard that just got taken. They need a guard. That probably will not be the selection here because I don't.
Could they get the quarterback that's going to replace Aaron Rodgers? Just kidding.
Malik, you mean? Oh no, because they have the other project. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I see where the joke was going.
Yes,
now I was going to quarterback. I'm going. Wait a minute, hold on. Johnson's also here. So either you get the wide receiver or you get Johnson right here.
You got to make Rodgers happy though, right? You got to get the receiver.
You don't take a tight end here. You don't take a guard here. The guard that you would have taken that I told you might have dropped to the Bucks already got taken. As it is, the Kenyon Green kid. That's who you take if you're Green Bay. So either you get Jermaine Johnson here or you get the wide receiver for the Packers. One of the two.
It's got to be receiver to keep Rodgers
Jermaine
happy,
Johnson
right?
or Christian Watson. One of the two here, I think, would be the picks.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Well, somebody's happy there.
Well, that's the last pick.
That's there. Okay, that's Trent. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, that was Trent McDuffie. Okay. All right. So now we're waiting for the pick for the Packers. Joe Shad will be joining us in a couple of minutes. So we'll have Joe Shad right after this pick, and we will talk with the Dolphin insider for the Palm Beach Post here, and we'll get his thoughts on what's going on. Pittsburgh's got it right because you passed up Marino, take the hometown guy. Yeah. Now, remember, there were a bunch of rumors at that time, too, with Marino in those days, that he was, partying a little too much and all that stuff. It wasn't true, but that was kind of the thing. By the way, we ran out of juice?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
I just looked at the screen, and I turned orange. So we have no light. Is this like a USB thing? And we can find it in and we do have it right here. We have a port. So the box is down there, so I may have it. But anyway, I would say wide receiver or defensive end right here for the Green Bay Packers overall. We'll see. By the way, don't expect me to pull this crap off in the third and fifth rounds and stuff like that, because then it gets really crazy, okay? This gets a little easier. But in the third or fifth rounds, it'll be hard to be guessing who the hell they're going with. Any team whatsoever at that point. All right. By the way, if you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, that's 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. Daniel Guzman says, on the road in Colorado and tuned in. Love the show. Oh, great job. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Red looks good on you, Big O. I don't know, man. Well, the red of Sloman's, but my face. I look like the girl from Willy Wonka. Violet, you're turning violet. You know, that thing, that's like, oh, you're turning like a red apple. There you go. How about that? Who says Sean Stanley doesn't have skills?
Apparently there's a sleeper on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Push a button and it works.
Yeah, Big O looks like he's under a heat lamp. That's a good one. All right, the pick is in for the Packers. Here we go. Wow. Good player, too, by the way. They went with Quay Walker, the Georgia inside linebacker. All right?
They're just never going to do anything to make Aaron Rodgers happy.
I know, right? Yeah. You know what? That was dumb on my part. What an idiot I am. I actually mentioned wide receiver. They never pick a – you're right about that.
Aaron Rodgers signed a contract now.
Right, yeah, you signed it. Yeah, that's it, dude.
ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I forgot about that. What an idiot I am for even thinking.
The Ravens trade the pick to the Bills here. Let me see.
God, the Bills.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it. Oh, God. Damn, them stinking
All
Bills.
Right. They did pick 23 for pick 25 and 130.
Oh, God.
So the Bills are on the clock.
The
They don't go
Bills.
receiver here, right?
That is terrible.
They need cornerbacks, right? Is to play in the AFC East right now?
Yeah, they need corners. They do need a wide receiver also.
Or do they add the
and
pass
a running?
rush?
No. I think you hit it on corner. They need a corner. I mean, they just paid Diggs a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago they gave him that big?
Yeah, I think it was the year before.
Yeah. So no, man. I don't think that they.
Some people are saying running back. I don't think you get a running back here.
Not here, man. You can't take a running back. There's no running back you take here at this point. I don't think so. Cornerback would be the one or wide receiver, but I'm going to go corner instead. I think corner might be more along the lines of something that they may end up going with here instead of wide receiver. But that's Treylon Burks is the one. Although, you know what? Considering they moved up, I'm trying to think of.
But they had the 20. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I just lost it. They had the 25th pick, so it's got to be somebody they thought.
It's not a corner. You don't trade up for a corner right now. You trade up for a wide receiver. The corners of in the first round are pretty much gone.
Who's picking
from
next?
what I'm looking at right now?
24.
24 is Dallas.
So it's somebody they think Dallas would take because they're 25th. So all they did was they jumped Dallas.
Well, Dallas lost Cedric, but Dallas they're loaded at wide receiver.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying because why would you trade? They had a 25th pick. They traded up to get 23, and then they gave up.
Well, they might have also been competing with somebody else that was trying to trade for that pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I kind of get the feeling they're going to go wide receiver here overall. All right, there's 4 minutes left on the clock.
Somebody said, don't the Bills need a center?
Yeah. All right, let's give us 30 seconds. Joe Shad will join us. Let's talk a little Miami Dolphins with Joe Shad instead of the stinking Bills. Next.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Dolphins fans, buckle up. It's time for the American Dream Lending Miami Dolphins Report with Joe Shad. When you're ready to purchase a new home or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. Call them at 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com. Here's Joe Shad with today's edition of the American Dream Lending Report.
And the myth, the legend, that is Joe Shad. Joe, how you doing, my man? You feeling good?
I'm doing okay, Big O. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Are you enjoying this this draft here? Do you find it entertaining since the Dolphins don't have a pick?
No, not really. It's kind of boring to be at home, sitting up here in my daughter's playroom. Certainly wish the Dolphins had a first-round pick, but listen, no complaints when Tyreek Hill is on your roster. It was certainly worth that transaction. And so you try to kind of get into the Jets picks, like, all right, are Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson a threat to the Dolphins? Well, not really. I mean, Sauce Gardner is going to have to cover Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and Garrett Wilson is going to get covered up by Xavier Howard or Byron Jones. So it's still clearly advantage Dolphins over the Jets.
All right, I like that. But by the way, you shouldn't be so depressed being stuck at home. You could have been here in Vegas with us, okay? I mean, yeah, you chose to stay in Boca. You could have come to Vegas with us. I'm just saying, okay? So, you made your own bed now.
I had a good time in Las Vegas during the regular season last year. That was a nice back-to-back. I'm glad the Dolphins played there because the year before I was unable to travel due to COVID. I didn't have COVID. It was COVID locked down the country. That was the Ryan Fitzpatrick to Mac Hollins game. I was watching that in the same exact seat cushion that I'm on right now.
Well, by the way, the Bills, I didn't think you would trade for a corner here, but they traded up to get Florida's Kaiir Elam, according to Jordan Schultz, who's reporting that they're taking the Florida corner at this spot here. The Bills pick is in at number 24, but that also shows, Joe, that the Jets and the Bills are also going, well, wait a minute, look what the Dolphins are doing. They're loading up on that offense. We need to load up on that defense to try to keep up with the Cheetahs running out there on the field.
Elam is a Palm Beach kid, went to the Benjamin School. We should have written about him at the Combine, but we did not visit with Elam at the Combine. But yeah, they had Devin Singletary, who played at FAU in Boca Raton, which is in Palm Beach.
Yeah, good kid,
the Palm
too.
Beach connections.
Yeah. Yep. So our boy, I think Jordan Schultz, we've had him on the show several times. Actually, I think it looks they're about to announce the pick here out of Florida, and it is Kaiir Elam out of Florida. So he did get that overall. So, Joe, tomorrow they will have a pick in the third round. Before they get to that, are you expecting anything in this round, anything next round, tomorrow in the second round? Are you expecting any kind of movement from the Miami Dolphins front office, or do you think they will stay status quo and wait till the third round to make their selection?
You get the sense from speaking to Chris Greer that they certainly was unlikely to move up into the first round, and I think that they would like to preserve their 2023 picks, and so when you only have a 3, a 4, and 2 7s, I think you're more likely to use the 3 and the 4. Make sure you pick up an offensive lineman and then either a linebacker or a running back or an edge rusher. If you get 2 players in the third and fourth rounds at those positions, they should at least contend to be starters at some points in their career. And if they're a running back or an edge rusher, they can at least be a rotational player as a rookie. That is what you expect in those positions. I think the Dolphins are probably, you never know, you can move up or down a few spots, but I don't see them making a dramatic move.
So let me ask you about a couple of moves. What did you look into? We talked a little bit about how the Bills and now the Jets have been loading up at cornerback. What did you think about the Tennessee Titans moves? Kind of interesting that they end up trading A.J. Brown and then they go and draft a young receiver. How do you read into that?
Well, they didn't want to pay A.J. Brown. And so in speaking to Drew Rosenhaus following the Tyreek Hill trade announcement and his press conference, Drew talked about how the NFL is more like the NBA now in terms of transactions, good and bad. But, it's becoming more of a player-driven league.
Right.
With the push towards longer guarantees, fully guarantees, players saying to teams, work with me and my agent if you're not going to pay me. And so that is, what happened. I think that Treylon Burks is a suitable replacement for A.J. Brown. You see the Ravens moving on from Hollywood Brown. It leads you to wonder if they're going to be in on Deebo Samuel. It is interesting because receivers.
The question with Deebo, you bring up something very interesting. Does he really want to play that same role? Because they say he doesn't. So I don't know what's true or what's not. But if he goes to Baltimore, then he knows he has to be playing that role because wide receivers don't thrive in Baltimore. That's not a pass-happy offense. That's a run-loaded offense. You know what I'm saying? And Deebo would actually be absolutely awesome for that offense because Lamar would open it up for him in that run game.
Palm Beach connection again, Lamar Jackson.
That's right.
Yeah, listen, I like that fit. And I think that if Debo were to go to Baltimore, he would say all the right things in the press conference about how he's willing to do whatever the coaches ask. And when push comes to shove, listen, whether you're Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Lynn Bowden, Jakeem Grant, you're willing to line up in the backfield. Christian Wilkins, you do what the team asks you to do. Now, is Debo Samuel within his rights to say, listen, I'm a little worried about getting banged up. Maybe can you do me a solid here and lighten my running back workload? That's completely legitimate. But the idea that some team is going to pay for Debo Samuel with the money that he wants and not have him be utilized in a multi-threat, multi-position, Swiss Army knife versatile role, that's absurd. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Well, and listen, here's the thing. You can't trade for the guy if he doesn't want to play that position, because you have no idea if he can transition to a full-time wide receiver and be as effective, because he's effective because of all the yards and the yak that he gets right outside the line of scrimmage. That's where he's got a lot of his yardage. It's not really because he's going over the top of defenses all the time. So anybody would be rolling the dice to give him a big contract if he's not willing to play the role that he has made himself into.
When the check is big enough, which it will be, you say, oh, we'll work it out. And I don't think Debo is, I don't think like a bad guy.
Nah.
I don't think he's going to be like a huge headache as long as he gets paid.
Right.
It is interesting, that a lot of big-time receivers being moved, and a lot of people saying, well, how does that make sense? Receivers are a dime a dozen. There's always quality, fantasy football, there's always quality receivers available on the waiver wire. Yeah. They always say, don't draft receivers. It's a waste. Wait on the receivers.
Right.
Get your running backs, get your top couple of tight ends, get your top couple of quarterbacks.
Right.
But at the top end of the market, these guys are being paid $20 to $30 million. Now, the thing that I like about what the Dolphins did is they didn't just add a receiver. It's a lot easier to replace an A.J. Brown with a Treylon Burks than it is for the Chiefs to try to replace a Tyreek Hill. Who's their Tyreek Hill replacement?
Right.
He's a unique talent.
Right.
So if you're gonna pay the receiver and you're gonna trade for the receiver, make sure it is a very unique talent. Ironically, Debo Samuel in his own way is also a very unique talent, which is why you would think that the Jets would continue to be interested in Debo Samuel, even though they added Garrett Wilson. So,
I'm with you there. What are you working on in the Palm Beach Post so folks can check you out, my friend?
I didn't write a damn thing today. I don't know what to write. Do you have any ideas? I was thinking about the receiver angle. The thing I just talked about
I just told you, the Bills and the Jets loading up at corner because of Miami's receivers. I think that's a great story.
Well, your favorite writer, Hal Habib.
Oh, yes.
He's doing like a takeaways that's going to include some perspective on the AFC East. So
there you go.
Hal Habib is going to handle that element. I might, if I feel inspired overnight or in the morning, I might write about this idea that, trading for receivers and teams trading away receivers. Tyler Smith goes to the Cowboys.
Yep.
He's sort of like a project type, right? Like in terms of like an Austin Jackson was a project.
Well, they figure they've had so much luck with Tyron Smith. They figure they'll get Tyler Smith. I don't know. I'm going with that.
Well, I think the point that I made about Tyreek Hill, like if you're going to pay the receiver, if you're going to give up assets for the receiver, because you can always find them in the draft. There's like 8 receivers that every GM likes in this year's draft.
Right.
Make sure it's a highly specialized, extremely unique talent. And that is what Tyreek Hill is. But it is kind of boring to, not have a pick. And the Dolphins' 3rd round pick is, at the very end because it's supplemental. So,
right.
But, maybe you get a center, maybe you get a running back. I would rank them.
The other thing, how about a returner, Joe? Because, I was talking with Lisa in the last hour. Yeah, like if you get like a DB / returner, wide receiver / returner, running back /
You don't want Hill and Waddle?
I don't want them as my primary returners. Yeah, no, I don't want that, Joe. I want a primary returner. And if you're, losing late in a game and you need a spark, okay, call Tyreek or Waddle to have a return for you. But I don't want those guys as my primary returner. I disagree, Joe. Do you really think that that's the smart move to spend Tyreek or Waddle's talents as your full-time returners? I don't want that, dude.
Javon Holland can also return.
I know.
I get it. He's a Pro Bowl safety, as early as next year. Look, there's no kickoff returns in the NFL anymore, so that doesn't even really matter. And there are
I know they traded the only guy
returns.
that had a returner last year.
There are few punt returns that are even returned for touchdowns in the NFL at this point. So I don't know. You'd like to think that maybe a number 4 receiver, but do you need to draft that guy? I don't know.
Well, like a 4th rounder in the 3rd or 4th round. In the 7th round, it's going to be hard to find those guys. But in that 4th round, you might be able to find yourself a decent returner, dude.
Isn't it a CFL guy that they signed? They signed like the best returner in like CFL history. So you never know. Maybe I don't know his name, but maybe little guy. He's a very little guy. Yeah. I don't know his name. I'm sorry.
And as a Dolphin fan, we can't crap on anybody that comes from the CFL because we've had our experiences already with we've had our experiences with the Arena League. So we've watched guys like Mark Dixon and Orande Gadsden, obviously come from odd places and they go out there and, have a heck of a year or a heck of a career. And obviously Cam Wake will end up in the Ring of Honor coming out of the CFL, which is amazing.
All right, in the 3rd round, this is how I'm going to rank it. And this is another thing I could write about. What positions do I think the Dolphins should target at the end of the 3rd round? I go center, number 1, running back, number 2.
Okay.
Linebacker or edge rusher, number 3. Do you agree with that? You comfortable with that ranking?
D-tackle, I would actually not as I'm a little more worried about D-tackle than D-end, actually. I think they have pretty much enough pass rushers, but I am concerned behind Raekwon, the next guy.
Yeah, Zach Sealer and Christian Wilkins.
But Wilkins we use at the edge also.
Yeah, no. I'm saying that they can shuffle through the middle. They play both positions.
Right.
Is Adam Butler still? I think he's still on the roster at this time.
Yeah,
right?
he. That guy didn't start off very well, but he actually ended up helping out. Overall. But I'm just saying, defensive tackle is one of those that I think could be an option later on. And as you know, Joe, dude, defensive tackles are found in the middle to late rounds all freaking time, bro.
I'm okay with D tackle in the 4th round. You know, I want to see, man, if there is a center or a running back they like, if there is a center or a running back that Mike McDaniel says, hey, listen, guys, this guy really fits what I want to do, I take Mike McDaniel's word for it, man.
Yeah, right. And Cook would be one of those guys, right?
Yeah, James Cook, right? Dalvin's, is it cousin? I think so.
I'm not exactly sure what the relation. I know there's a relation. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but
brother or cousin, whatever it is.
He's one of those guys that I would look at. Pierre Strong is another guy that people have talked about that maybe if he's there, I don't know if he's going to last, that far, but there's a couple of guys there. Do you like your Florida boy since you were on the Florida beat, Dameon Pierce?
Yeah, I from what I've read and I've seen a few highlights, he seems like a solid player, solid runner, solid blocker, solid receiver, not a lot of tread on the tires. They said the same thing about him. Now, Emmitt Smith was a first rounder. I'm not comparing this guy to Emmitt Smith. But what I'm saying is they say, he's me. Am I right on this? I didn't cover Emmitt Smith. When Emmitt Smith was entering the NFL, and I don't know this, when Emmitt Smith was entering the NFL draft, did they say, well, he doesn't have like dynamic, explosive speed?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure I wasn't misspeaking. Yeah. I'm not comparing Emmitt Smith to
they thought some people thought Jimmy might have reached a little bit, but anybody that had watched him from Escambia to Florida, it's like dude, did you watch this guy? He's like the most consistent running back you've ever seen in your life. So
I'm not comparing this kid to Emmitt Smith. I'm making the point I'm making the point that sometimes it's okay to draft a guy who's good all around and maybe isn't the flashiest guy at the running back position. But I'm not sure how he is in terms of fitting into McDaniel's offense with the zone where you gotta make the one cut up field and be a decisive runner. I don't know. Mike McDaniel will know which guy in the third or fourth round is worth taking. I would kind of like to see them take one of them, but I know, Chris Greer really doesn't want to do that.
Well, listen, what you were talking about when a guy is good all around, and you and I have run into this a lot with coaches. They'll tell you, he's a good football player. That's why I want him on my team. And so sometimes they'll take the good football player over the great athlete because the great athlete doesn't study, or the great athlete is lazy, or the great athlete doesn't know what they're doing half the time. But the true pro, the football player, is the guy that the coach can count on. He's reliable all the time. So there's nothing wrong with sometimes taking the guy that's a little lesser talent.
With only 4 picks.
A lot more reliable.
With only 4 picks, I think the Dolphins are going to play it safer as opposed to reaching for the sliders. I don't think this is a year that you reach for the slider. Like the Boise State defensive end who didn't even make it through camp.
Right.
The Isaiah Wilson's, not that they drafted him, but they did, acquire him. Let's pass on the sliders this year and just get a couple of guys that can be in the rotation or maybe even compete at center.
Yep. Tyler Lindenbaum, by the way, just went right now to the Ravens, the Iowa
It's like
center.
a perfect Ravens pick. They always have good centers.
Yeah, they usually do. I'm with you there. All right, follow him on Twitter at Shad Joe. Catch his work there at the Palm Beach Post. Always kicking ass and taking names. Joe, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. We will talk down the line, my friend.
All right, buddy. Take care.
You got it. Joe will join us again on Saturday. He'll be on with us on Saturday, so we'll have our insiders. By the way, we've got a full lineup for you. Let me run by the guests for tomorrow on the show because we've got just an absolutely ass-kicking lineup for you for tomorrow here on the show and Saturday also. But just to kind of give you a rundown for tomorrow, Marcel Louis-Jacques is going to join us. He'll be on at 8 o'clock. At 8:30, Randy McMichael, former Miami Dolphin, will stop by. At 10 o'clock, we're going to have Omar Kelly from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. At 10:30, Dan Leberfeld, who covers the stinking Jets, will join us. So we'll talk to him about everything that they've screwed up in the draft. Then we'll talk to Alan Poupart at 11 o'clock from Sports Illustrated, and Cameron Wolf at 11:30. So we'll have plenty of coverage. And remember, on the back end, we will already have our third-round pick. The guys will know, so we'll be able to kind of talk about that and any insight that they may get. Remember, tomorrow, as we start finishing that second round, start getting the early third, I can start to kind of get feelers out from my guys in the NFL to try to figure out what the hell they're going to do in this third, what are the better players available, and those kind of things. So looking forward to it. We are loaded for Friday and loaded for Saturday also. We're going to have a lot of fun. You got some there? Because I saw you grab the mic.
No, the Jets are on a sticking clock.
Oh, okay, the Jets. All right, and by the way, on Saturday, just to give you the lineup, Neil Driscoll, co-host of the Fins Too Deep podcast, will join us at 12:30. Mike Oliva, the writer for MiamiDolphins.com, will join us at 1 o'clock. Doug Farrar, editor of USA Today, will join us at 1:30. Joe Shad will come back at 2 o'clock. The Real Reason will join me at 2:30, so Real and I will go over it. Dougley Durong will join us at 3:30. Aaron Wilson, NFL Insider, will stop by at 4 o'clock. At 4:30, Marcel Louis-Jacques will join us. At 5 o'clock, Travis Wingfield will join us from Dolphins.com. Alan Poupart will stop in at 5:30. Cameron Wolf at 6 o'clock. Ian Rappaport at 6:30. And Omar Kelly at 7 o'clock. That's a hell of a lineup there on Saturday. We are absolutely loaded, man.
The Jets are on the clock because of a trade. They traded with the Titans, pick 26 and 101. The Titans trade that to the Jets for pick 35, 69, and 163.
Okay.
So Titans moved out of the first round now.
All right. So the Jets took Sauce Gardner earlier in the in the game.
Before you move on from the guests,
yes.
Some of they're asking Vegas time or Miami time on the guests.
Oh, everything I'm telling you is Eastern Standard Time. Everything. I'm not using Vegas time because the show originates from Florida, so I'm staying with the Eastern Standard Time. So everybody else, I'm sorry, Central and Mountain and West, you guys always have to adjust times to everything else because the East Coast is. I'm sorry about that. I apologize, but I'm going to stay consistent because then I start confusing the hell out of people, and I don't want to do that either. So all Eastern Standard Times, okay? Then you adjust, and if you struggle at math, it's going to be a problem for you. Just saying. Yes. What do we got?
So Ian Rappaport's is saying the Jets trade up the number 26, and finally FSU edge rusher Jermaine Johnson goes. He'll land in New York. They considered him earlier spots. Now they get him at 26. The terms, of course, was 26 and 101 for 35, 69, and 163. And this is from Rap Sheet.
All right. And you can catch him on Saturday here on the program. Ian Rappaport will join us to kind of wrap up things in the draft and wrap up everything that the Dolphins have done. I hate to say this, but damn, the Jets made a good pick. God, it hurts. If they did get Jermaine Johnson, that's just wrong. Lamar Jackson's tweeting out, what the F? What isn't Lamar Jackson? Does Lamar Jackson know that the front office for the Ravens are going, like, what the F, dude? Don't you want to negotiate a contract? Like, when are you going to negotiate a contract?
The Jaguars have made a trade, and they're now on the clock.
Instead of the Bucks?
Yep. Looks like they've traded with the Bucks. They've traded up to the number 27 pick.
All right. This draft is going to end faster than any of us expected, man. This thing is flying by. Now you all know this, right? If the Dolphins had the 29th pick, this draft would have dragged ass for like 8 hours. It'd be like 3 a.m. and now the Dolphins are on the clock or something. You know that's what would have happened to us. But of course, today, since the Dolphins aren't in the first round, it's moving quickly. I like this kid. He can play, man. He can play.
And Tom Pelissero saying the Bucs sent number 27 to Jacksonville for 33, 106, and 180.
Damn, that's a lot. So they moved up from 33 to 26? Is that what you said?
They're up to 27.
27, so 33?
Which was the first pick in the second round.
Right. So 33 to 27, okay.
Yeah, so they moved
6
back
picks
into the first round.
And they gave up all that. Wow. Okay. That's a lot, man.
It's Jacksonville.
Andres Orozco says Charleston Rambo, if available later on in the draft, would be a good pick for the Finns. I mean, he's the kind of kid you want to take a chance on no matter what, right? Because that athleticism is sick. We watched it firsthand here at the University of Miami. I don't know if he'll translate to the NFL, but hell, it's worth the gamble. I'm with you there. Later pick. Yeah, and that's where he's going to go. We need linebackers for sure. Our backers suck right now. Not save Baker, outside of Baker. Well, I mean, Landon Roberts is a good backup linebacker. I like him against the run. He's a thumper, man. I get it. He's not an every down linebacker. And remember, Baker is good as long as you use him on the outside. Not a middle linebacker. That's, the genius. Brian Flores uses him at middle linebacker. Mike W. says, I guarantee whoever gets picked at 29 is not as good as Hill. I agree.
Well, let's hope not, because New England's got the 29th pick.
Diggum Smack says, swear they just showed what appears to be Skaggs and Knobs, the nasty boys in NFL Network coverage of the draft. Oh, wait, it's just some Jet fans. Tremolio, what do you got there? Why did he drop so much, though? I don't know. What are we talking about here? Oh, you talking about Jermaine? It all depends. Listen, in this draft, Tremolio, there's a lot of players that are kind of even, so it might be more about need than anything else, because if there's not much of a difference, you think, between the receiver and that defensive end or that corner, then you go with the need that you need at that point, because you think all three players are kind of equal. And I think that's what's gone on in this first round. This first round was one of these kind of first rounds that was really hard to predict, because there aren't a lot of real stars that are separating themselves. It just looks like there's a lot of solid players here that you can work with overall. So that's kind of the talk around the league when it comes to this draft, that there aren't a lot of guys defining themselves as ultimately superior and guys that you can't miss and that kind of stuff. So I think that's why some guys ended up falling. Don't want to see Devin Lloyd in New England. You listen, man, I'm not necessarily the Mac Jones guy. So to me, I don't think he's the guy that's really going to take them over the top when it's all said and done. I saw a guy that's a little conservative in his play. I talked about it throughout the year last year that his offenses don't tend to score a lot. And sure enough, he was pretty conservative with his throws. He doesn't take a lot of chances. And he has problems. It's not so much that he can't go downfield, but he didn't take enough shots downfield. And he had times. Unlike Tua, he was able to sit back in the pocket and actually read. Unlike Tua, he actually had a running game that could help him out, which is all I'm asking for Tua. Give him those kind of things. So I'm not necessarily a Mac Jones guy. We'll see. I mean, this has been this whole experiment right now of Belichick without Brady has become very interesting, because one guy's having all the success, the other guy isn't. And pretty much what saved his ass last year was all that money he spent in free agency, because it's not his drafting that saves him. So that's the other thing. Don't be too nervous if he takes a receiver in the first round or something. There's a good chance that receiver will suck, because he doesn't do a good job of drafting wide receivers. So depends on whatever they take, but I'm not that nervous about the Patriots anymore. Even with Brian Flores, he showed you that they can compete, and I think right now the Dolphins are at a point that they can beat the Patriots. If McDaniel is what we think he is, then you've got a shot at beating the Patriots every single time you play them. I'm not saying you're going to beat them every single time. I'm saying it's no longer like, oh, God, we're playing the Patriots. Here we go. And you feel like hopeless at times. Although at home, somehow or another, they would actually give Brady some trouble, which is always a very interesting part of this whole thing. DJ Gallagher, thank you, sir, for the love on the super chat. He says, DJing and listening to the show, amazing coverage. Thank you, DJ. Very nice of you, man.
I know that, dude.
Yeah. Where'd you get the super chats?
Oh, gnarly. Awesome. Totally awesome.
There you go. All right, let's take a quick break. Give me a couple minutes here to rest the voice. We are awaiting the Jags pick. The pick is in, number 27. We've got 4 picks left after this, and we wrap up our first year coverage here on the Big O radio show. Round. No, our first year of coverage of the NFL draft in Las Vegas.
We're not wrapping up the first year of coverage.
No, it's our first year of doing it.
Well, they said wrapping up. I was like,
no.
Is it?
Our first, no, not yet. 4 more picks. But our first year of covering the NFL draft here in Las Vegas. Give us a couple minutes back with hour number, what is it, 4, 3? What are we doing?
This would be 4.
Hour number 4 is next.
Miami Dolphins fans are securely locked into the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill. Reclaim peace of mind with a Sloman security system customized to your home and family. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. When you move, you need a reliable company led by passionate folks. eager to assist its customers during a transitional process that needs to be smooth. Call Essential Moving Experts at 844-368-5750 for all your local and long-distance moving needs. You can rely on Essential Moving Experts. Mention the Big O Show and get $150 off. Family owned and operated, they offer free 30-day storage, full-service moving, fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Moving was never so easy. EssentialMovingExperts.com. Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
Why is it that you get locked out in the worst moments of your life?
Where are my car keys? Man, I can't find my house keys.
In those frustrating moments, you need a locksmith you can count on. A. Lenny Locksmiths in South Florida, from Miami to Port St. Lucie. In Central Florida, A. Lenny locks it down in Orlando and Tampa Bay. Lockouts or lock changes for home or business. Car key replacements and programming all model cars. 24-hour service. Call them at 855-869-5625. Go to the website at alennylocksmith.com.
Doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Our NFL draft coverage on the Big O Radio Show is brought to you by HialeahParkCasino.com. Enjoy simulcast racing, dining, a magnificent poker room, and a casino with the most popular machines on the market. OKCoin.com. Download the app on iOS, Google Play, or Windows. OKCoin.com. With over 50 different coins and incredible staking rewards. EssentialMovingExperts.com. Moving was never so easy. Call them for your next move. 305-602-8369. EssentialMovingExperts.com. Welcome to the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill. At Sloman's, we never charge for installation. There's no minimum requirements, no activation fee, no games. See how easy and affordable it is to secure your home at 1-800-ALARM-ME. Here's Big O.
Back to, of course, Tommy Rockers here in Las Vegas. Our first year of covering the NFL draft on our platform on an everyday basis. It's a beautiful day. I haven't done this in a long time, man. I did this, I don't know, man, 10, 15 years ago. That I remember I was at QAM and working for Joe Bell, and he was hardcore about it, which I've always loved working for Joe Bell, one of the good guys in this business. Overall. What do you got for me there, Sean? What you got? No. Oh, okay. You grabbed the mic there. Barry Jackson, by the way, is now reporting that Wong's deal, Wong, by the way, signed with Mr. Ruiz, a non-exclusive deal, Isaiah Wong, that is, from the University of Miami, allowing someone else to give Wong a deal in the next day to supplement the income he's earning from Ruiz. Papa's negotiated Nigel Pack and Ruiz's deal with UM, and Wong wants good money. Welcome to the new world of college sports. So the pick is in for the Packers. All right. By the way, Devin Lloyd went to the Jags in the pick before this, the linebacker out of Utah. And the Packers are now selecting the wide receiver, by the way. That last wide receiver has not been taken, correct, right?
No, I thought he did go, didn't he?
Did Watson get taken? Christian Watson?
Oh, no, Christian Watson I don't think has gotten taken yet. No.
Okay, sorry. So they need a wide receiver. He's still available.
Come on, it's the Packers, though. Don't do it again.
Oh, that's right. It's the Packers.
Yes,
I forgot.
yes,
they don't pick wide receivers.
They don't do anything to help Rodgers.
They don't help any. Yeah.
They'll pay him. They're not going to help him.
Okay.
Is this the man of the year?
I don't know who it is.
That's Whitworth, isn't it? From the Rams?
Oh, that is Whitworth. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. He is the man of the year. That's right. I hope Belichick trades out of the first round. That way we won't have to hear the network drive on how great New England's pick is and Mac Jones is Brady 2.0.
Yep. And they got our 29. Number 29 is what they're picking. So.
Yeah. Yep.
You know the sentence will be, well, if the Dolphins would have kept the pick, they could have got him.
Dougie Fresh says, and Sean are taking a quick break. If you did not know, they've been going for 3 hours already. Why, somebody complaining?
I think somebody had jumped on.
Oh,
like,
there's John Young. Yeah, there's John Young. Where the hell is Big O? What a lazy bastard John Young are. John Young, you just show up and you're like, where the hell is the Big O?
But then he did pop back in and say, there he is.
Like I'm lazy or something, right? John is a demanding dude. Come on, John. Give me a break. I gotta take a small breaks here and there, bro, to rest the voice a little bit. It's a lot of talking that we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? Tell you, I don't want to work for John Young, bro. That guy cracks the whip, dude. That guy's abusive.
No breaks. No
John
breaks.
Young, man.
No days off.
Well, what are you? What are you, an Amazon manager or something? Damn, dude.
Wait a minute. What is going on here?
All right, so the pick is in for the Packers.
I can tell you now, the streak continues.
No wide receiver here?
No.
Defensive tackle.
No. Field Yates just sent out, the streak continues. The Packers have now not used a first-round pick on a wide receiver for 20 straight drafts.
Wow.
Think about that. You had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and you've never gotten a wide receiver in the first round.
By the way, how many picks is that for Georgia already in the first round? Let me see this. Hold on a second.
I think it's 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's a bunch. 2, 3. 3
right now, right?
Yeah. 4.
Oh, is it
Trayvon.
Oh, okay, yeah. First pick.
Trayvon, Jordan Davis, Quay Walker, and now Devontae Wyatt. 4 guys from Georgia already in this draft. That's some crazy stuff, dude. They should have won a championship. Oh, they did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Ohio State has got a couple, right?
Let me see. Yeah, Ohio State's got a couple.
Well, remember, the 3 receivers that went 10, 11, and 12 at one time were all Ohio State Buckeyes.
Exactly. Yeah.
But Williams went to Alabama.
I tell you, bro. Damn, dude. Georgia is killing it, man. We talked about it at the beginning of the draft. They may have like 10, 11 guys drafted. It's crazy how good that Georgia team was, how loaded they were. And listen, again, to kind of turn the page to the local side, you see what Kirby Smart did, that eventually he figured it out after he left Belichick and has done a great job of building up Georgia and taking it over the top, something that Mark Richt struggled to do, right? Well, now we've got Cristobal in Miami, who comes from hanging out with Saban for a few years, and hell, he was the number 1 recruiter in the country under Nick Saban. And everything that he's changed with the University of Miami is to mirror the things that they do in the SEC, because the SEC is the conference that has all the success. So I tell you this because if you watch what's going on with Georgia, hopefully a lot of that will trickle down to Miami, and we'll get to see some of those or that type of success here with the University of Miami, which would be really, really cool.
Oh, we got some good news.
Patriots pick
is in, but it's not announced yet.
Okay.
14:58 to go in the third period.
Yes.
Predators have tied the Avalanche 4-4.
Oh, wow. That is awesome.
Yes. So keep you updated on that.
Oh, I like it. The Preds coming through.
The Panthers won.
Right.
Spencer Knight got the shutout, by the way. It was Spencer Knight in goal.
Okay. All right. I get it, bro. You know, it's all right. But I keep saying I want somebody to be playing their asses off when you're going into the playoffs, dude.
Okay. Jordan Schultz, he broke one on the Jets earlier.
Yes.
He's saying the Patriots are selecting Cole Strange with the 29th pick per source.
That's a little strange.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay. All right. Cole Strange, according to Jordan Schultz, our buddy, he's chiming in. I tried to get he's on the air.
No, not Jordan Schultz. Cole Strange.
No. You said Jordan Schultz is reporting, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Well, I tried to get him for the show,
Gotcha.
But he's on the air at the same time doing his own draft show. So it was like, hey, can we go on Sunday? And I was like, dude, I'm going to take a day off, bro. You know, I go, we'll catch up during the week. I'll bring you on during the week and we'll talk. But I love Jordan. He's a cool dude. He's never stopping, man, all over the place. Jordan's a good guy. So there you go. He's got he broke a couple of draft stories already today in the first round.
Where's Cole Strange from? I haven't seen his name come across at all, like on anything.
Well, you didn't see it in the other one either when he broke it also. Nobody had it until
no, but I mean like in best availables and top available, I haven't seen like that name doesn't ring a bell.
Then that makes sense that it's Patriots.
True, I guess so. Yeah. Just name it.
Okay, that's kind of makes a lot of sense. You know, okay, this doesn't. Who is this guy? Well, that's figures the Patriots. You know, so there you go. Cole Strange.
I don't even see that name.
I don't even know the name.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't.
You sure did he spell it right? Maybe it's a wrong name. Oh, it's Cole Strange is Chattanooga's guard, and he's supposed to go in the third round. That's where I have him, like third round guy.
Okay, that's why I have not seen that name at all. Like
if that's the guy, that's a guy that's projected in the third round. Cole Strange.
We'll see.
Chattanooga. Interesting. Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Again, Jordan.
So then we're down to the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Vikings now for the final 3 picks in the draft. How about that? They still haven't said it yet.
No, they haven't. No. Maybe they're double checking, triple checking. Like, are you sure? Bill, are you sure you want Cole Strange?
Well, I mean, I don't. I mean, I've known Jordan for a while. He's not just going to throw it out there.
No, and he got the other one.
I know
a minute ago, a little bit ago.
Yeah, he broke the other one. So this is. I mean, I'm not surprised if that's the pick.
And look, even the Draft Network now is saying the Eagle Patriots take off interior offensive lineman Cole Strange.
That is okay. Chattanooga. There you go.
There it is.
I mean, I've known Jordan for a while, bro. He's just not.
Well, no, I knew. I wanted to double check and make sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get had,
But on my notes, the guy's a third rounder.
It's Belichick.
That's a guy that I was supposed to talk about tomorrow. So we'll see. Maybe he's good. Maybe
Ian Rappaport saying a stunner from New England. The Patriots take
that's
UT
what I
Chattanooga
thought.
guard Cole Strange at number 29.
Okay.
Just had a coach from another team text me saying I love that guy.
Okay. Wow.
So maybe some other people had him higher too as well, but thought he would fall further than that.
Right. Well, there you go. If you thought the draft got a little strange all of a sudden. So there you go. Cole Strange going in. Now we got the Chefs on the clock.
And their pick is already in, of course.
And they had a chance at a wide receiver earlier.
Look, it says 93% chance Cole Strange would have been available at pick 54 entering tonight.
Right. I'm telling you from my notes, he's a third rounder. Now they have him late second.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Okay. So there you go. And we'll find out if they're actually right or wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was going to say, because I've been talking about this damn wide receiver for a while, Watson, and he's the only other one that's considered a first rounder. The Chiefs, if I'm correct, right, they didn't take the receiver the last time out, right? Did they end up trading down?
They traded down. Yeah, this is the one I think they traded.
Yeah, this is the one they traded. So maybe the kid goes now. Nope, they did not. How about that?
Defensive end from Purdue. Or Loftus.
All right. Defensive end from Bob Greasy's school of Purdue, a Boilermaker. All right, so the Bengals loaded up on the offensive line.
Yes.
In the offseason, which was really smart on their part, man, because it was so stupid to watch, the Indianapolis Colts ruin their quarterback, and this kid already blew out his knee, so you better take care of him. So they signed a couple of free agents. Now, they do need a cornerback. I'm looking here. Inside linebacker is also a need. I don't think center is something that you go for at this point in time. But they do have a couple of needs right now. Cornerback might be one that they might fill here overall. The Booth kid from Clemson is a guy that ends up going here, right around this area. Trying to see here on my list. Kyle Gordon from Washington. Did he go yet? No, right? I don't think so.
No, the other gentleman from Washington.
Right. So those are the kind of guys that go here. Roger McCready or McCreary from Auburn. Those are the kind of cats that go in this part here if they end up. But Booth is probably the best DB that's available right now in the draft. And they do need an inside linebacker also. I'm trying to see what are the guys that are available right now. Several inside linebackers have already gone in this draft. Let me see how many. Let's see. So about 3 of them that have already gone in this draft. And I know that they need one. So that could be also a pick. So maybe corner or inside linebacker for the Bengals. And then we've got the Vikings to wrap up the draft at number 32 overall. And in 6 minutes, Mike DeRocco will be joining us so we can talk a little bit about the Jags. That guy's got to be happy, bro. And not about the draft, is that he got rid of Urban Meyer from that town. I mean, seriously, bro. I mean, come on, man. I mean, who really? Do you want Stanky Fingers as a coach? That's just not, it just doesn't make any sense to have a guy like that as coach. I mean, he's just a terrible human being. Also, he's terrible at cheating. God bless. Telling you, man. It's pretty bad. But anyway, so we are waiting. Oh, the bots are back.
I got him.
Oh, you got him? Okay. All right, I see
On
you.
our end, yeah.
Yeah, I see you got it. I see you got it. There you go. Sean, you're always quick when all those women are jumping in there going.
Well, no, when I'm on the chat, I can see it. But usually what happens is they jump on when I'm trying to send us to commercial break or something. And then I'm not sitting in the chat waiting for them.
Broward Bravado says, I'd like to see Miami trade up into the second round to get Nakobe Dean at linebacker. But Broward, what do you want him to do? If they want him to give up a second rounder, you have to give up a first rounder to get into the second round? That's kind of the way it works. Do you really want to do that? Nah. I don't think so. I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to give up your first rounder. So that's what it's going to take in order to get back into the second round. You usually got to give a round ahead in order to get into a round. You want to get into the third round, you got to give them a second rounder. That's how it goes. Because they're losing the pick and they have to wait a year. So in order for them to wait a year, they're not going to tell you, oh, give me a third rounder, we'll give you a third rounder. No. You want a second rounder, you got to give me a first. You want a fifth rounder, you got to give me a fourth. So that's the way it's played. And that's the reality, by the way. Don't come up with a fantasy trade. Well, we'll give them 4 first rounders and our kicker, and then they'll give us a second rounder. No, that's not how it works. Okay? So you have to give a round ahead if you want to move into a draft. And that's not the case. You're not going to be able to do it. It's not worth it. Let's see. BYW, your position switched on YouTube, Big O. You're now on the left, and when you look to the left to talk to Sean, it looks like you're talking to the air. Really? Is that what he's saying? Oh, when I look this way? Oh, okay. What happened? What happened now? What are you laughing about? What happened? What blooper?
Sean McVay and the Rams are being interviewed at a press conference, I guess, with the media right now.
Uh-huh.
And they announced as they were watching it, Cole Strange got picked. And Sean McVay's like, wait a minute, we wasted our time looking at him for number 104?
I told you he was a third rounder. I told you he was a third rounder. That's funny.
And I guess that's the GM. He's like, UT Chattanooga.
Damn. How about that? And they took a shot, man.
Yeah.
That was a shot right there. And we wasted our time looking at him for 104. Yeah, because they don't have a lot of picks, right? Again, right? The Rams probably have no picks or only a couple.
Yeah, I just retweeted it out on my.
That's funny. That's funny. That's a good one. The Bengals pick is in. Let's see what happens here with the Bengals. The only player I would have given up a pick to move up in this draft, it would have been Linderbaum. Yeah, you want that center, don't you? Yeah, baby.
What happened with the Boston College guard, right?
Yeah, he's
still available? Or
yeah, but he's a later pick.
Oh, I thought they had him going like 27 to.
No, you're talking about the guard.
That's what I meant, the guard, not the center. The guard.
Yeah, the guard.
But he could play center.
He got taken already. He got taken. Yeah. He got taken.
I missed him.
Yes.
Chargers. Okay, they're saying Chargers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That this kid, I remember. Yes, they got him for him. Yes. Herbert. Yes, exactly it. I know that he got taken. He's a player, bro.
I was just wondering because I was like, wait.
I like that kid, man. He can play, man. The other guy is more of a project, not as strong. Like their center is not as strong. So it'll be interesting because when the Boston College center comes up in Miami's pick in the 3rd or 4th rounds, if he's there and he doesn't get chosen, and they kind of need competition at that spot, right? That's going to say, well, Applebaum must have told him, nah, pass on the kid. He's not ready. The Bengals, 31. DB, Daxton Hill. All right. Michigan, Couple Michigan players have gone, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What a shame that Jim Harbaugh sucks.
All
huh?
on the defensive side of the ball.
I
None of Jim
tell you,
Harbaugh's offense.
Yeah, no, because Jim Harbaugh's offense is offensive. That's why. It's so offensive that his offensive coordinator says, Jim, I'm out of here. I'm going to Miami. And Josh Gaddis went over to Miami after that. Crazy if Minnie does not go QB with only one. Nah, it's not crazy, dude. Although, Minnesota could take Malik here actually as a project because you're stuck with Kirk Cousins for another year or two, right? I think it is. So if you're stuck with him for a couple of years, it buys you time to develop the kid and then possibly, unless you think you're going to make a run with Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face. Make a run with Kirk Cousins? I mean, seriously. Halle Berry's waiting for me when I get home at the hotel. Don't tell my wife. I mean, seriously, come on.
I thought you just made a run to Planet 13 by saying that.
Yeah, exactly. So Malik would kind of make sense because it'd be a nice little project. Who's happy here? I can't tell. I don't know all the faces.
I believe that's.
I don't know who it is. I can't. I'm not hearing everything.
That was the last pick. I believe that's the last pick.
Oh, that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Vikings pick is in now.
Oh, that's Daxton Hill. Is what you're saying.
Yes,
okay, I got you. Okay, so it's not the Vikings pick.
No.
As we wrap up the draft, man,
no,
this is pretty amazing.
The commissioner again to take his 45-minute stroll. I don't know where they go.
By the way, doesn't Kuiper always look pissed? Like seriously, it's either he's either constipated or pissed. It's one of the two. Okay. I remember when I was a kid, wasn't there like this bird that had like a mustache and a beak or something? And it kind of looks like Mel Kiper. It was like, I'm telling you, you watch Mel Kiper and he just looks like he's mad. He's just mad. And, camera's on you, Mel. Try to look a little happier. Smile, Mel. Are they looking at me? I'm pissed. I'm sitting here at home. I'm not vaccinated. I can't be with everybody. How about the dye he's got going on the hair? Huh? He's gone blonde.
The light's hitting him perfectly.
You know that when you're a kid, your hair's lighter, and as you get older, it gets darker? For Mel Kiper, as he gets older, it gets blonder. It's impressive. I'm telling you.
You know, it almost reminds me of the Dolphins assistant coaches last year. Trying to think every time somebody's saying something, what they're going to say next.
Yeah.
So they're contemplating on what he's going to say.
Telling you, man.
Tremendous passer.
Yes. Yeah. Kuiper is an interesting dude. Big O Tyreek Hill or Cole Strange? That's right. Like what you said. So what? What do you want, Cole Strange, you idiot? Shut up. Get out of here. That's all you got to do now. Oh, we traded for Tyreek Hill. Well, it ended up being Cole Strange, you idiot. What do you want?
That's true.
That's it. Now you can use it. Now you can shut up every Dolphin fan in the world. We traded that first-round pick, our 29th. It was Cole Strange, bro. Relax. Take it easy.
What are they going to do here in Minnesota?
I have no idea what they're going to do in Minnesota.
Look at the draft party. They're like, how are we messing this up?
I mean, seriously. Really, in the end.
Did you see how many Kirk Cousins jerseys there were?
None?
Yeah, I didn't see any.
I didn't see any. Okay. I mean, it's like having Kirk Cousins as your quarterback, like the season's over before it starts. You know? The Mandalorian, huh? Yeah. With Kirk Cousins, you're going to lose. This is the way.
That is Kirk Cousins.
This is the way. You will lose with Kirk Cousins. Exactly. There you go. How much time did that guy do with that paint job? Huh?
Too much time.
Right? And then what do? Do you stand at the sink or you just go in the shower for that? And
just go to the shower.
Right? You got to go in the shower. So it's the Mandalorian with the baby Yoda on the side there.
Look at that suit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's some strong stuff there. Some good uniforms by the Viking fans, I got to tell you. A lot of alcohol.
Oh, this is it. This is the final pick, huh?
Here we go. Final pick. We made it.
Huh?
All right. Lewis
All right.
Sin. Or C, or whatever the guy's name is. Scene?
That's what Roger
Is he making
Goodell
a
said.
scene? And a Georgia player, by the way.
Another Georgia player.
Yeah.
That's 5 in the first round.
That's 5 Georgia players in the first round, man. That's amazing.
Were they all defense too? No. One was a tackle, right? One was offense.
Yeah. 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 Wyatt, defense. Davis, defense.
One pick was defense.
And then Trayvon Walker, obviously. Who am I missing here? And by the way, maybe we end up with the Georgia running back.
Yeah.
You never know. All right, Mike DeRocco has not been able to call in. I will try to see if we can set him up for tomorrow. But we got to thank Tommy Rockers, of course, for helping us out here and making it nice and easy. I want to thank all the great Dolphin fans that came out, and some of them actually hung out all the way to the end, which is you guys are awesome hanging out till the end. By the way, Andy is a Raiders fan, and he's out here. Good guy, Randy. And the Raiders bus is outside. If you want to check out the Raiders bus, it's actually really, really cool. You can check it out there. Tomorrow, I believe the Modelo girls are going to be here and the Raiderettes are going to be here. So not only are we going to have a draft show, but we're going to have a really good-looking show. So we're gonna get my ugly face off, and we'll get some beautiful ladies on there also tomorrow with a loaded lineup. But we thank Tommy, all the great people here. Sean Stanley, sir, you mastered this program and did an excellent job.
My man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And thanks to all of you out there for keeping it locked. Please don't forget to smash the like button, download the show, share the link. We love you all. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right? 7 p.m. Eastern. Everything else accordingly. You all be good out there. Love you all.
You've been listening to the Sloman's NFL Draft Show live from Las Vegas at Tommy Rocker's Mojave Beach Grill. With Sloman's properly securing your home, it's never been easier and more affordable. See how little it costs to secure your home at 1-800-ALARM-ME. Sloman's NFL Draft Show is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Please search Big O Radio Show on most platforms and smash the like button.